Pantheon Rose. Yes, you sneezed too. I got that already. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Kidding.
You were on the road and managed to catch a few ogres. A rather strange pair. Spark Fizzle and Panache. Two rather peculiar ogres that seem to have informed you about a Etten who would seem to have taken over this road and had others kind of working under his thumb. After moving up the road and convincing them to let you stroll on by so they could just fuck off and go back to being goat farming, they informed you, Horsebiter, and that they'll let you know that you slipped by without them noticing, but you looked like you had some good stuff on you. After spotting him from his little ambush vantage point and Cordelia being half crushed by a boulder after Vildren animated them, and Etten Horsebiter replied in kind of shattering the boulders that betrayed him. You went on your merry way of looting his little den and collecting all the gore bits and gold, and actually found an interesting looking blade. After that endeavor, getting a little bit further up and closer to the Pantheon Rose, you figured you were getting close enough, but Ecor was flying overhead and informed the Cordelia that it looked like there was various holes in the hills. Twitch after, and he saw something moving through some of the holes. You were immediately ambushed by a pack of Kruthix looking for food. One of the guards, unfortunately, got ripped apart and dragged underground. The other one got hit by the Hive Lord's acid spittle and proceeded to melt before being brought back by Ann's Revivify. A little bit battered, a little bit bruised after a good combat, and Veldrin having a firewall and everyone trying to smash down various amounts of Kruthix, as well as bring back some of the bodyguards that were at least still intact. They summoned the Scorpions to help defend, which were quite aptly useful. Though, obviously, it'll take a good week before the Fluke can summon it again, but the Scorpions can remain out until dismissed or dead. So, and now we finally come back to the point where Gregorn was the one that Anne managed to revivify, and he's a little bit melted and a lot of pain. Probably looks, at this point, once he does finally take off his helmet, his face looks rather disfigured, as well as some parts of his body, even though he was brought back. And now we can carry on the way, finally. After about three weeks of being away.
I totally forgot all of that happened.
I remember seeing
I just feel like I've been immobile for 3 weeks.
I revivified somebody?
Yeah, you did. You saved one of the guards that was dying.
Oh shit. Well, I have no diamonds, so that was my last one. Woo.
Yeah.
On a mook guard. Woo.
You're a good person. Don't do it again.
5 points to Gryffindor. Hey, I wonder if anything eats diamonds. Can you jar some diamonds?
Glub. Actually, that's a good question. I highly doubt, however, they'd be worth 1,000. Or, 100 or whatever you want.
I mean, but you can take out multiple diamonds.
I mean, does anything eat diamonds?
There's one way to
unless
find
you
out.
try.
I try it!
Hell no.
Didn't fucking think so. There's no way you're gonna let us get...
You're
Because we could just
not
abuse it to get rid.
You just be like
You
holding
always
on
have
to
my diamonds.
like
I
you're,
just, like,
you're
man, I
holding
really
onto
can't-
the jars and vomits out diamonds. You're like, it's printing money.
Yeah, I just walk into a store, I'm like, that looks nice. I'd like 10 of them. Oh, that's like 5,000 gold. Oh yeah, give me a second. I just tilt the jar upside down and just stare the owner in the eyes while just diamonds upon diamonds upon diamonds fall out. Just give it a minute.
Anyways, is everybody doing all right?
Ah! Ah!
I don't know. Those 3 weeks made me really rusty.
Yeah, I genuinely.
Yeah, it's like we left off in a very bad position to come back in 3 weeks. We just had 2 people die.
I'm like, what did I even sound? Oh yeah, okay.
I don't even know how to do my own voice anymore. It's been too long. Like I even really did much of a voice.
You like just kind of. You just did you.
And looks
I
up
am
and goes,
me.
"Is everyone all right?"
I'm okay.
Glub. He really isn't. I'm good.
Physically, I'm fine. Emotionally, I'm destroyed. I mean, let's continue. I'm riding a scorpion.
Aren't we all, Karen? Aren't we all?
We.
Glub.
To be honest, I'm still a bit concerned by these giant scorpions.
Don't be. They are mine.
Yes, but it's weird, kind of.
Since when were you able to summon scorpions like that?
Since the wizard gave me this flute, which I can also summon a dragon and what was it? Centipede?
Giant snakes.
Good,
Giant snakes. The next one will be snakes.
good work with that. That it really helped out. That was insane.
Yeah.
What the hell were
apparently-
those things?
I don't know, but they're dead now. They spat acid, I think.
Whatever it was, they're assholes for digging under my firewall.
Is that Mel? Is
Yeah,
that
it's
you,
Melvin.
Melvin?
Thank you
Your
for making
voice
an
has
effort.
changed.
Should have had McAfee.
Fucking idiot.
I assume this guy was carrying some of our bomb ingredients.
Oh yes, he was. Each one was.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Ah, shit. I mean, Lord forgive me.
Yeah, fuck a nun in the ass. I mean, Lord forgive me.
One of us can always just carry it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not really
I
carrying
remember
much. How much does it
distinctly-
weigh?
Anne was carrying one.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
We've got a lot to assemble on site, so...
Oh yeah, is the D&D Beyond campaign, by the way, in this Discord? Somewhere.
Hold on.
I don't think it is.
I
Well,
think it is.
think
Somebody
we
just wanted
should-
to finish having to...
I think we should quickly gather up the bodies, give them a burial, right?
Well, what's left of them?
Definitely.
Okay, yeah. Let's go bury the body.
Do we need to make a roll, or does it just happen? Or...
Drag him on over to the side of the road.
For that, Cordelia's been doing burials and ceremonies from like since the beginning. As depressing as it is to say that out loud, actually.
Very. No, it's my job.
How many people have you buried so far?
After that fireball incident, probably 1,000.
Too many. Although I don't think I got to bury those guys that randomly got hit by carts while I was preaching.
The literal most hilarious.
Jeez.
The literal 2 natural ones while preaching. Just people get crushed by wagons.
Fucking distracted. Crushed to death. So you take a moment to recover. Gregorn is grateful, but you know he hasn't seen his face yet. So
Right. I'll give a. I guess I'll take a crack at it with like lesser restoration.
What are classes, Anne, by the way?
Paladin.
Paladin and Lysander.
So
I'm guessing ancient.
It's like a homebrewish paladin.
cross between.
Let me pull up the little thingy to pick the PDF. I think it's it's a Paladin Radiant. Radiant Paladin.
So, you take a little bit of time. He's clearly in a lot of pain, as Cordelia's doing the rites for the other bodyguard. Norlern is there respectfully. And Barbara's just kind of sitting there recovering, and she's not too bad. She's not, you've seen her definitely worse for wear in other situations, but seemed to have held her own pretty well in this one. As you reshape this man's face a little bit back into place, he at least looks dignified. You have a little bit of a tough time trying to hold it for the rest of his body, because the rest, there's just unfortunately chunks of flesh that melted off. And at least his face is, not grotesque. It's looking pretty good again.
Well, I've done all that I really can. I hope your other important business is not suffering so much.
I'm just glad I'm alive. I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'll find out down the road anyway.
Right.
Thank you again.
Of course.
At this point, I would imagine you pick up and start getting all your things back together after letting the dead rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we just going to... How heavy is the bag? I don't have that great a strength.
I believe it was a 45-pound bag, because the soul.
Oh yeah, I can handle all that. I'll just take it.
It was split amongst Norlern's guards and Anne. So you continue on, and especially not wanting to wait around too much longer, you press on through the matters and leave the burial behind. Not too much other than the mass quantities of insectoid bodies lying around. So, you actually travel a few days without incident. The scorpions themselves don't really seem to need to eat or sleep. It's kind of disturbing that they just occasionally wander and chitter at night. So you definitely get your long rest and get your full HP back. You can see Norlern is a little saddened at the loss of his comrade. Being the general that he is, he's fairly used to it, and you can tell he spends a good few nights, and as far as you can tell, probably just trying to cheer his men up, even though one of them had fallen. For the rest of the road, there actually isn't any incident. As far as you are from Balachush on the mountainside and the Pantheon Rose getting closer, there actually is nothing else. You occasionally see a few pilgrims here and there. Other ones that seem of unusual note. You see some half-orcs and a couple gnomes of the other variety, Snurfnambulum, walking around. You can see out in the distance there, looks like a pilgrim square. Yeah, you do definitely get a few looks of Chiron rolling around on giant scorpions with the giant scorpions in the group.
They're
Life
just like
may be
mortally
shit right now,
following
but at
single
least I have a giant scorpion.
I think. No, never mind.
Let's see. I had to grab this token ahead of time. Where did I leave you?
Scoring.
I guess in the meantime, man, we'll go up to Caldear and say, "Hey, how you holding up there?"
No, I'm fine. What's up?
I don't know. You just seem kind of. I mean, I haven't been with you very long, but you seem like the kind of guy who like takes apart strange creatures, and I didn't see you touching those little insect things. I mean, they got that acid and stuff.
Well, that may have been true. I'm just distracted. We're heading towards probably the most dangerous thing we've done so far. And I've done a lot of crazy dangerous things so far.
Right. You're nervous?
Always, but it helps with the flow of ideas.
Yeah. I just want to say I really appreciate that, you know, you're putting yourself out there like that. I know you're not really doing it for anybody, but I mean, I think it's the right thing to do. It's a good thing to do.
Just sleep with each other already.
What?
I mean, woo, giant scorpion.
That's more like it.
Glub, glub.
We just hear it from like beneath the earth.
What is this ominous glubbing?
Glub, glub.
You hear that?
I don't know. I guess I can't hear strange demon puddles clubbing.
Glub, glub.
Call me crazy.
Glub, glub.
Demon puddles.
Puddle. Can't believe we're gonna blow that thing up.
I imagine it'll be a sight to see. I mean, I keep hearing about the last one you exploded.
Well, it's just I don't know what we're expecting there.
What do you mean?
It's probably gonna be conscience. It might try to stop us. I don't know what kind of power it's gonna have at its own origin point.
Right. Well, I mean, we'll have each other. I think that's the best real chance we've got. So.
Yeah, I suppose. At least we have everybody here. Why didn't we bring anybody that made the traps on that place?
What is that noise?
Me or Bava are going to lose a hand to one of them.
Ah, what is that noise? Anyone else here?
Oh, I know this noise.
Is that stupid house? Is it back?
So from over the hill.
No, it's not. It's back.
Is that Leroy?
You see
No.
on the shoulder, peeking through the window, the sea comes walking up over the hill.
What in God's good name?
It's Leroy.
Yeah, hopefully.
Do we kill it?
No, the house is friendly.
That thing's friendly.
Usually.
Yeah, as long as you don't get stepped on, it's friendly.
I did not want to go this way.
Hello, Leroy? Are you up there?
Hello? He'll scramble to the top, or the edge. Oh, good. You did not get stepped on.
No! If I got stepped on, I'd kill you!
Step on him.
No!
Oh no, out of the way!
Oh God!
Leroy, please stop.
Okay, we can stop now. It's good.
This scorpion's dead.
Oh no!
No!
When it steps on it, it just into smoke out of nowhere.
You killed Clarence!
Name to the scorpions, Kyron.
Yes. This is Gerald. I'm riding Gerald. That one over there is Greg. I like Greg.
Greg.
If the scorpion did not want to be stepped on, he should have moved.
Leroy, what are you doing here?
I'm not certain.
Well, I mean, we're doing something interesting if you want to tag along.
No, he stepped on my scorpion. Fuck off!
You can still.
Wait, walk over to look. We're gonna need all the help we can get. Just be polite to Leroy and his house, okay?
I have recently redone the furnishings.
Oh my god, Leroy has changed. I don't remember him being like this.
Yeah, it's pretty par for the course.
Did the house also take your virginity? Is that why your voice sounds changed?
What?
Large fisting.
Large fisting.
Leroy, do the furnishings move around, or have you nailed them all down?
No, they stay put once you put them in their place.
How?
I don't
Magic,
know.
I guess.
That makes sense.
What
I
kind
mean,
of...
it's a giant
power-
talking house. I think you just have to kind of accept it at that point.
No,
Did
I
Nolan
don't
ever
want
meet
to accept
Leroy?
it.
Neither do I.
Norler never did. He's just kind of watching this whole interaction, like, with utter fascination.
Nolan, Leroy's actually the same rank as me and Cordelia.
What?
Well, one rank below us.
You don't say. I heard there was one that was originally in your group. A pleasure to meet you, Leroy.
Hold on, which one is that guy? Is it this one?
The one.
He's
Yeah.
a bit of a loose cannon.
Does he have a mustache?
I'll blow him up so you can see him.
He definitely has a mustache. Dude,
Now
that's-
I want the house to have a mustache. Like a big
Nice to
wooden
meet
mustache.
you, curly mustache man.
Are we teaming up with Kermit the Frog?
Kermit the Frog here.
It's nice
I have to remember. I have to
Here
remember
to
how.
die, heretic.
I don't. I have to remember how to do them. It bothers me.
Kill all the women in
Kill all the humans in the area, please.
Immediately.
Now, where is my friend?
Which one?
It's usually a crow.
We can play chess again.
Yes. I have set in the house a chess area.
He doesn't even wait. He just like clambers into the window with you.
You're not really bringing that thing with us, are you?
Where are we going?
Oh yeah, can we just get... No, actually, no. I shudder to think of how many pilgrims he's going to crush. Leroy, could you take like a roundabout way to the top of the mountain that doesn't involve crushing anybody?
I promise nothing.
I didn't ask you to promise, I asked if it was an option.
You say top
As
of the
I
mountain,
said.
you just immediately start seeing walking away already.
I
Oh,
guess we're leaving.
Where is it going?
We're going to the top of the mountain.
Okay, please don't crush any pilgrims.
Why does he get a giant fucking house for a friend?
As I said, no promises. Oh shit! I just dragged him off the fucking.
I just see the name sticking out, and that's it.
Hashtag save Leroy.
He's joking, right? I
No.
can't tell.
I would tell you he isn't joking, but I don't think he understands what he does.
Is he child?
Kind of?
Well, nonetheless, I think we should try and keep up with him.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, Josh.
Probably don't want
All right, Josh. We need to roll.
What do you need to roll?
You better not crush any fucking pilgrims.
Leroy's been successfully deposited off the screen.
Yes, I've been successfully deposited.
Yep.
Actually dragged him out. Oh yes!
Rich long stop.
When did he become a
I
long
like
boy?
Oh!
Long boy.
Oh, you've grown, Leroy.
I've grown so tall.
Roll me a 1d40.
So that means on a 1d40. Oh, I get to click? Did it roll?
Oh, you better not. That better not be the amount of pilgrims if we see crushed on our way up.
That's currently crushed in its feet.
Okay,
Well,
at least
then-
that's currently.
I don't know, like, ooh.
There's 27 pilgrims currently stuck in the bottom of this thing's feet.
Don't think about it.
We seriously need to get rid of that fucking house.
Oh.
Yeah,
Lord.
you know what? You can be the one to fight it. I'm not doing it.
You give me strength, Lord.
You must contact me.
Do you think it's natural to this plane?
Yes. I mean, it looks like a house built for humans.
That's fair. I was hoping I could just banish it somewhere else, but if it's just gonna come back after a minute, it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, and that it will catch you faster than you can run.
Maybe we can convince Leroy to leave it somewhere and not use it anymore.
Alright, Leroy.
Oh, what? You want to park it near a fucking river and just leave it there?
I'm going to burn that thing after this is done.
Intellect check. Let's go. Some chess.
Good luck with that.
Intellect check?
Well, I think you
Well,
got
it's a trained for you, Brad.
Oh god, what do I get for...
It's an int check with your proficiency
proficiency.
because you're proficient in dragon chess.
Oh, what is proficiency? I haven't done this in 8
Should be
years.
a +4 on the star level.
Yeah. Should be +4.
Oh.
Long.
Yeah, you just fucking destroy Igor in chess. It's been a long time since he's been playing. So, as you follow after the procession of foot stomps, there is a eventual point where you see the house stop, and it gets to be about nighttime. And as it sets to the side of the road, you can see it push aside some rocks, sets down, see the body start shuffling down, the porch reforms, the back side of the mansion forms up again, and it looks like a normal mansion.
Is he done walking for the day, or are we at the top?
Done walking for the day.
Do bodies fall off?
Oh, the bodies aren't there. They're underground.
Oh.
You clearly saw when it shuffled into the dirt that the bodies just got impacted into the foundation.
Nice.
At least they're kind of getting buried.
But
Yeah, it's a shallow grave.
But it also explains why there might be some disappearances in the area.
Focus. Focus.
But the door's wide open for all of you.
Is it?
Is it?
Scorpions, stay out here. Don't get crushed. Yeah, I'm gonna walk inside.
I'll knock at the door. Leroy, is the house going to eat us if we come in?
I don't know some people, so maybe.
That's not exactly the answer I wanted, but I guess it didn't need Ecor, so...
Well, he knew Ecor. So there's that too.
I've also never let anybody that I don't know in the house.
Should you get to know Nolan and his guards then, just in case?
It could be helpful.
If I have to sleep outside, I don't mind that.
There is quite a bit of room in the mansion. It's just I fear for safety. The house does not accept.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
I'll be staying outside then.
I wanna like look over the house and see if I can figure out what's actually moving, like what's actually animating the thing.
That's what I was going to say. I want to go wander around inside if the house isn't going to eat me.
I have the thing that animates it on me.
Leroy does have it. It's an orb.
You better not tell Ann that.
No, yeah, no.
No, there's quite a few of them.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
Yeah, there's
So I
quite
want to investigate the house and see if I can figure out what's moving it.
All right, go ahead and roll Arcana.
Yes, that thing I have a complete 0 in.
All right.
Yeah!
It's animated. You have no fucking clue how.
Cool.
You kind of look at
If
it,
the
you're
house
like,
accepts.
the only thing that amazes you is the fact that even the walls, the areas that you've seen clearly moving, look completely flush and like unblemished and unflawed.
I'm just gonna walk like a distance away, like 100 feet away. Find a spot where I'm relatively hidden, like from line of sight from everyone at the house, and then I'm just gonna wait there for a few minutes. So it's like, oh,
Right,
you know, where'd Cordelia go? And then I'm just gonna look at it, and I'm gonna cast a spell magic.
While you're doing that, in the midst of everyone who does go in there, you do get like what looks like to be almost like an invisible servant who brings out like a little tray of food and like a small bottle of wine with a glass in it.
Thank you, house. Is it okay if I like wander around? I'm interested to see how you work. Which is in this exactly the best position to be doing this from, but
What is that fucking noise?
It's Leroy's jam session. But as you do take a look around, it doesn't seem to stop you. It seems pretty quiet, like it's gone to bed, and there's other things that are like animating when you're in there.
okay. I'm just gonna kind of wander around until it's time to sleep. I'm not going to sleep in that mansion.
Yeah, Bavra hasn't even set foot in there. She's just kind of like out there. Norlern and the other guards, it's just even Veldrin's kind of like out there. It's just like, yeah, fuck that.
Curiosity's gotten the best. I mean, I want to look around.
And Cordelia, even though you're hidden, a fucking tray of food and wine finds its way to you.
I cast a spell on the on the tray.
It just flops down onto the floor. But as you go around Caldera, you can see there's quite a few sections to this house. There's even a beautiful study, an area where there's actually a fairly fancy pool table and a few other things kind of here and there set about. You can tell that there's even a connection to the mansion that opens up around back where it has stables.
There are horses in the stables.
There's skeletons in the stables.
Are the skeletons animated?
Well, I mean, the doors are still closed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch them.
Yeah.
But as you go by everything, you can see that just about everything in this house seems to be some form of animated. The doors occasionally open on their own while you're passing by. Other pieces of equipment and even the tray of food, like if you haven't touched it, still just kind of continues to follow you around.
I'll eat some food off of it while I walk. It's gonna follow me.
Did Anne go in this as well?
Hell no. Keeping to the Joseph Paladin tradition.
Just
Anne will stand outside of that house and just continually mutter to herself, "We may need it. We may need this person. Focus. Don't burn it down. Just deep breaths."
So, Cordelia, as you do cast Dispel,
For good measure, I'm casting it at 5th level at the house.
alright. So you cast Dispel. And you do see everything in the room kind of just stop. Like anything that was moving, anything that was cleaning up stuff, just stops immediately.
Now, I must have good eyesight.
Oh wait, you found yourself in a good pocket, didn't you? Or in the dark, right?
I went 100 feet away because the spell's range is 120 feet.
Right.
So I made sure to be nice and far away, so that no matter what happened, no one here would be like, "What's Cordelia doing there, casting the spell at the house from 5 feet away?" I'm sat really far away, and I'm just sniping it with Dispel.
Alright, so you're sniping it with Dispel magic. Eventually the door, like, on the front of the house, like, opens and closes. Nobody's there for a minute. You see a broom come out from the distance towards you.
The broom's coming for the smackdown.
Cut that shit out!
And
Dispel the broom.
alright, it just falls short. It's there. But Leroy, you're probably having like a nice snack with Ecor inside the study while playing some chess. As Caldera, you're having a good look around. You can see the bedrooms are actually fairly nice. Everything's very clean. It's dusted. It's well kept. Even though the fabric itself seems to be of older design, still seems almost kind of new in its own self-right fashion.
And then I'm gonna take a big, long circle, staying at like 100-foot distance, go all the way around to the other side,
Mm-hmm.
and then walk back over.
As you're walking away, you do see the broom get back up.
I spell it again.
It falls back down.
Did you just prepare only Dispel magic?
I mean, I had Dispel prepared, so I just...
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot how cleric works. No, never mind. Ignore me.
Say 3.5.
But, yeah, Caldera, you eventually come upon Leroy and Igor playing chess in the study, and having some nice snacks on the side. What looks like to be a fresh cooked chicken cut up into like nice little bite-sized pieces on the side for snacking.
Oh, there you are. It's a rather big mansion.
I feel it has gotten bigger.
Really?
Yes.
By what mode exactly?
Not physically outside. Just inside it feels bigger now. There's a couple new rooms. I'm not sure why. But it's
Like
cozy.
just now?
No, not just now. It's been a I've
Well, anyway, how many games are you two on?
Gosh, how many games are we on?
5.
Ooh, we're on 5.
Um,
He's gotten really good.
I got a better chess set too.
I can see that.
It's made from jade.
Looks very nice. What have you been doing, Leroy, in the couple weeks since I've seen you?
Wandering. Oh, hold on. Alright. Just walking around. Seeing the sights, wherever the house wants to go.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
How about you guys?
We killed a Draco Lich and a Necromancer. Took a really long boat ride.
I remember the one boat ride that we took. That kid was funny.
I almost forgot that you hid severed limbs in his bed several times.
I missed that kid. Think you ever got over it?
Probably not.
Good.
Probably not, Leroy.
Guys. What the fuck else did I do? Oh yeah, I told the chef to ask him if he would cook a
Did he cook the hand? I don't remember.
No, I was just kidding.
God.
Yeah, well, anyways,
However, my hair is getting in my face. I don't like that.
then why don't you just cut it?
I don't know how. My dad did that for me.
You just. Oh, actually, wait. Why would Caldeer know this? He doesn't have any hair. Never mind.
About to start trimming his damn hair.
Don't trim my dick here. That's fucked up. Come here.
I'm not trimming it. I'm braiding it.
The FBI's on the way.
The FBI wants to know your location. Yeah, well.
And just... Everybody talks down to me though when they think I'm unarmed. It's been very interesting while you guys were gone.
I assume the house crushed them.
No. Not everybody gets crushed.
Not everybody gets crushed.
Not everybody gets crushed. I mean, what do you do when you see a house coming at you? It's not as it's like it was running towards you. It's just walking. For some reason, people run straight away from it instead of left or right. I don't get it.
Nobody did his school of running.
God, I'm afraid of what's going on outside.
Because the house does not mean to. If he doesn't know. I've tried teaching him. He doesn't know.
Well, it's a simple machine, probably. Probably never meant for whatever it's currently doing.
It just wants to roam.
Did you ever consider maybe leaving it somewhere where it won't crush people?
He just leaves if I leave.
Uh,
Sometimes I'm there to tell people to get out of the way, sometimes time of day.
It's like divine intervention now.
I mean, it's obviously an option.
Lord, strike down this house, ensure it never moves again. No more are sent to you before their time because of it.
Wait, what?
Nigga, you crazy.
I guess he doesn't care.
I ain't striking down no house. You kidding me?
Hell no.
I will claim Kermit the Frog if you aren't careful.
Don't you dare. He is my treasure.
Anyways, yeah, Leroy. So, do you mind me telling you a little bit about what we're doing up here? You're coming along for the ride, it seems.
I guess.
Were you there when we met the Emperyian? The big
Don't
angry
remember.
voice?
I don't remember.
Josh, was he there? I don't actually remember.
I don't think so.
No, Titus was.
Okay, yeah, that was it. Anyways, we found what was collecting the pages.
Okay.
And it lives at the top of this mountain. We're here to kill it.
Oh. Could be interesting.
Yeah, it could be.
Last time I fought something, it kept dispelling my sword.
Well, he's currently frozen in stone. We're just going to destroy him, and then I don't know what we're going to do next. Considering that Plan A might not well, because there's a lot of factors. I was hoping the house could be some kind of backup since it's here.
I'll ask if he wants us to help. I don't think he has anything else to do.
That's good to hear that his schedule was clear.
He's like, no, dude, I gotta go raid the next village.
I need some lumber.
I need some more trees, man. Hold on.
Oh, man. But I'm pretty sure he'll help. Usually just comes whenever I need him.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, well, anyways, I guess I'm gonna go back outside. I don't particularly right sleeping here.
It is understandable. I don't know what would happen anyway. It would upset me greatly if the house did hurt you.
That's good to hear that you're worried about what the house does. It's refreshing. I'll be outside.
I do try to keep him from hurting people, but it's, you know, simple. Simple. Oh man, that's loud.
Alright, so. Kaldir, you get to the front of the house and you can see the tray stops following you, starts heading back towards where the kitchen was. As everyone's kind of camping out there, you can see Nolan is kind of like curiously watching Cordelia, like trying to dispel and then come around. Veldrin's just kind of watching as well as Barbara was just kind of concerned with it. The broom was coming towards Cordelia.
The broom was coming to slap a bitch.
Yeah, when I come back, like, by the time I've gone around and come back, where's the broom?
Not there.
Oh,
Okay.
it's making fucking sneak rolls.
But, and you're outside of it, just kind of staring at it, right?
I mean, looking away at this point.
Right.
Just trying to keep control. This thing just murdered like how many people?
Well, it's not just murder. That's how many people it had murdered, and were currently mangled in its inner workings.
I'm not fucking.
So it was like a mix, you know.
You know, a trail mix.
Alright, you get +1 from that. That's good.
Well, I'm just casting spending.
If we did not have to use all this gunpowder to blow
Yes,
up an Empyrean,
So,
I couldn't bring myself to blow up an old house yet. Not after all the
That
times.
is definitely what I'm sending you.
Do I get to reply?
Yes. 25-word limit.
5-word limit?
25.
Oh, okay.
well, everyone's camping out near the mansion. Eventually, there's a animated picnic basket that comes out.
This house really, really wants to feed us, doesn't it?
I swear.
And it does set out pretty good looking eats.
Uber Eats?
Were the snacks that I had good?
The snacks you had were delicious.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm gonna eat some of this picnic.
It's,
I'm gonna find my own snack. I'm gonna find my own snack.
all right. But it does have some pie. It's got, nice cooked turkey that seemingly is spiced and everything seems to be
It's
working
people.
It's good.
I look for some Cheetos in the cupboard.
The jar
Cupboard.
provides Cheetos.
No creature eats Cheetos. This is fake.
But sets out a little picnic, and then the picnic basket kind of scoops itself back up and floats back into the house. You can see Norlern isn't going to be bashful. He comes over and he tries a few things here and there. And like, well, it seems good enough.
Yeah, the house was pretty friendly when I walked around in it. I mean, I sure would feel right sleeping in that thing.
It is understandable. If everything in there is animated, who knows what it actually does at night. I guess it's only resident.
Yeah, Leroy. I'm pretty sure that house is from Virgol. Yeah,
The,
I don't know, had the Fagrim in it.
the incident town.
Yeah.
It is a bit worrying.
Oh, that's a bit worrying. Not the fact that you just saw it murder.
Well, I mean, according to Leroy, as much as I hate the fact that he crushes people, he tries to tell it not to, and if he tries to leave it anywhere, the house just follows him.
We can deal with that after the Emperyian.
Well, I mean, I did manage to commission his and the house's help in the case that Plan A doesn't go well, so...
It's good to take note.
That's too bad we didn't bring more ingredients. So how much further till the Pantheon rose?
Just 2 days, and then we'll be there.
Alright.
It's probably quicker by house.
I don't think most people want to travel in the house, I'm real.
I will.
Yeah, well, I guess then we'll see you at the top. I would not feel safe going by that thing.
I wouldn't either. If I was a regular sane person.
Yeah.
Josh, does it have to rest or?
It occasionally rests. You know it goes for a very long period of time before it occasionally just stops and, like, almost seemingly stops during times of, like, scenic views.
I was like, get to like a little camera, it's like, that's going in my scrapbook.
It's one of those really old fucking disposable cameras as well that you're gonna take to the shops.
Cordelia, what's your passive perception?
18.
Oh, it's right on the money. So you see it just as it's like right next to you. The broom's back. Doesn't get through your AC, but it cracks one across your ass and then just goes back to the house.
Okay.
We just hear like when something smack as it hits metal, and then it just trucks its way on out.
I cast blight on the broom. That way I don't have to chase it. He is blight, by the way.
I was just saying, Jesus Christ.
There you go.
That shit just hits the ground broken in bits and rotting away. Well, actually, hold on. Let me just be sure. Because it might actually make this. Nope, it falls to pieces. It just...
Killed him.
So now,
Kill.
now there's just a rotten broom.
So Josh,
Yeah.
me and the house are gonna get going.
Alright.
As Leora has learned, we step on less people during the night.
Alright. So, all of you is just watching suddenly, like, you know, you see it suddenly just starts shifting upward and the house goes back into the walking form and just off into the middle of the night.
I hope he's going up, I guess.
Yes.
Into the
Go
distance.
on.
We waltz away.
Igor is kidnapped with it.
That's fine. I can use him to keep an eye on things.
You could scout ahead, yeah.
So, as the rest of the morning passes, you have the nice picnic still set out before you. In the morning, you look over and you see where the house was originally. There's no evidence of the house ever being there.
Jesus Christ.
The dirt and the rock is all completely put right back where it was.
That's eerie.
And as Norlern gets up and Bavra and everyone else starts raising. Well, at least it doesn't leave the landscape mod.
Yes, just its people.
Well, if anything, we could take it to a war field. Have it be of some use before it goes completely decimated. Well, if anything, actually down in the swamps might be the most useful.
Well, I mean, we did want to go back there after we were done, so there's a good use.
Let's make haste. We have to keep pace with the walking house. Barbara just goes over to you, Cordelia. What were you doing last night?
I was seeing if I could get rid of the damn thing.
I could tell that didn't go very well.
Well, considering it walked away, that is fairly obvious.
No, I mean the broom.
Oh, right, that.
Yeah, the broom carcass is still there.
Okay.
Yep.
You can
Clearly,
kill it.
the house has a better perceptual awareness than most people.
Considering it doesn't have eyes, I don't think that should be a surprise.
Well, another day means another chance to try and stop the damn thing.
That's true.
I just don't want to wear myself out when we're in the middle of such an important mission.
Yes, it's a little too risky to be dried out wiggling those fingers.
You'll see what I can do. Just because it didn't work on you.
I got one to work, but it was albeit briefly.
How long is it going to take me to get towards the top, Josh?
For you, probably like a day and a half.
Okay.
Because the house does stride. It's pretty long strides, but it's not like hauling ass.
No, yeah, because like I'm not going like, we need to get up there now!
Move it, soldier!
Especially for how long you've been with it, Leroy, you could tell like the house just kind of likes to meander and take in the sights.
The sightseer.
Mm-hmm. So, as you press up the road and continue your travel, you don't see Leroy in the house until you actually reach the edge of the Pantheon Rose and the edge of the city. And when you finally arrive there, you do see what seems to be the city guard for the Pantheon Rose, like surrounding the house.
It makes sense.
It's hasn't seemed like it's really stepped on many people. Maybe you're not very sure because you weren't there. But you do see the various guards surrounding the house.
Do I know if it stepped on stuff, Josh?
Oh, you definitely know.
Oh, God.
Move it. But when you finally get to the top, and you do see the walls, and the house, and the guards, and all of it surrounding the mansion, hasn't gone through the walls. Seems to have at least picked up that much from Leroy of not going through another populated city.
Oh dear.
But
Let's go talk to them.
as you are approaching, and Norlern's approaching as well, and you do see some of the Radiant Shield and others, and Caldera, you kind of see a familiar face in the crowd. Almost
Another
like
day, another chance to smite this tower with my lord's wrath.
You do that.
I
Nice.
think he just told me to fuck off.
Make your middle finger manifest.
In the clouds.
Yeah, out of cloud.
in
I was
the
just
clouds.
thinking that.
As the cloud comes down, it forms the fog around you.
It's just the okay hand from the sky.
It's all gonna be okay.
But Caldera, you see a familiar face you have not seen in a long time. It seems like the city guard is seeking advice from this peculiar little man on what to do about the house.
What the fuck do I know? I can't fix a house.
Master Feralax? You alive?
Oh God.
Who the
I
fuck
mean-
is this?
Caldear, it's been a while. It's been a long. Those are some big guns. I like them.
Thank you. I mean, you made one. How are you doing?
I'm doing just wonderful. I've just recently worked on my new invention, the mechanical spell book.
Does this one explode too?
Maybe a little bit.
I can see you haven't changed.
And of course not.
And I'll hand my mechanical spell book, and like you'll see through the little purse specs on the front, all the gears churning and stuff.
Is it just a book with gears on it?
No, it's built up of small gears and little belts in there, and, well, I store arcane energy into it, and, well, I'm able to use it like a spell book.
It sounds very different. I don't really know enough about magic to really judge whether that's a good strategy or a bad strategy, but I'm glad to see your brain hasn't rotted in your old age.
Oh, well, yes, I came up with the idea after I was trying to read my book in the dark with a candle, and some hot wax from the candle dripped onto the pages, and, well, temporarily I lost out how to cast fireball, and we all know how much I love that.
Yep.
So I thought, why not make a tougher book? And whilst I was at it, I made storage larger. How about you, Caldy? What have you been up to in these few years?
Almost dying a couple times. It's been a hectic couple of months.
Oh, mine's been rather dandy.
Yeah, I'm an Arch-Knight of the Radiant Shield now. What's going on over here? The house is with us.
Oh, that's your house.
Well, it's not mine. It's more so I know the guy that owns the house, and he's also in the Radiant Shield.
Right. I'm surprised you. Yes. Indeed. Oh. This is Gerald, by the way.
And he's going to pull a small clockwork toy in the shape of a wind-up rooster.
I just got bored yesterday and decided to build him.
My Gerald is better.
Well, he's very lovely. I'm glad that you made him.
It's for a new technique that I've been practicing recently.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, it's a fun way to cast fireball without having to be in the vicinity.
Does the chicken do it?
Yes.
Chicken doesn't have arms.
No, the chicken doesn't. Look, next time it's needed, I will show you. How about that?
Okay.
Excellent.
Everybody, this is Master Faralax. He's the one who taught me engineering.
And hello.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
Pleasure to meet you.
Not quite what I pictured.
How the fuck does everyone keep finding us?
Well, I mean, you found me.
Small world, Kyron.
Too damn small. Too damn small.
Perhaps it's the fates telling us we're predestined to need a lot of help on this fight.
Well,
Did
it's
the house
certainly
crush
not-
anybody on its way in?
The guards look over to you. No, I thought it was a siege.
No, it isn't. It's the owner is a tourist, and the house itself apparently is mostly unaware of what it's doing. So it's with the Radiant Shield, I guess. As weird as it is to say.
Get the shit out of everyone in the wall.
Yeah, Leroy isn't very considerate.
Fired a couple of arrows at it and just didn't do anything. It just sat down next to the wall.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Yeah, you can all leave it alone. I'll go talk to Leroy.
You can see that some of the guards are like heading back in. Some are still kind of keeping watch.
I'll go walk up to the front door.
Just opens up for you. Leroy, you hear like a little servant's bell letting you know that somebody came in through the front.
Leroy!
Yes, hello!
We're here, you kind of scared most of the, city,
Is this the top?
Yes.
Alright. I cannot use the house to venture into the city.
No, probably not. You didn't know there was an
Okay.
entire city up here.
One time he tried to venture into the city, he started climbing up a wall.
How big was the wall?
I mean, big enough for he had to climb it. Oh.
Impressive wall.
However, I talked him down. He did not need to see it.
Well, it's good you were able to do that so you didn't ruin their wall.
Yes.
Anyways, could you come outside and assure the guards that you're not an invading force?
Yes.
Meanwhile, you see Ecor's like shuffling pieces and like, ha! Check me!
No, that's cheating. I'm not currently playing.
But I thought you were passing turns.
Oh, you're right.
Ha! Ha!
Wait, that still sounds bullshit.
30 to 1. 1 is me. You are the 30.
Yes. We had the chalkboard on the wall.
You see a little piece of chalk like mark it down. One just like there's like multiple tallies, Caldi, like, and then just one goes to Ecor.
Okay. Come on, Ikor. We must get out of the house for now.
Master. Goes back into crow form and starts heading towards the door. Goes to find you, Cordelia. House is a lot of fun. Lots of cheese and meat.
That's cheap.
See everybody. It's nothing to worry about. It should stay here.
I would have you please move from.
I'm just gonna like approach one of the guards and kind of lean over and quietly say to them, "Burn it down."
I know you wanted to go roam, so you go around the city, around it, not through it, around it. We talked about this.
So, as you get out, and Cordelia, you're saying burning, you just kind of like see a very confused but scared look on the fucking guard. And after you say that to the house, Leroy just immediately stands up and starts going around opposite direction. Just
It's really
I stand
into the
corrected.
fight.
I'm sorry. I really am.
He's going to leave.
Anyways.
He's going to see the sights. He said there was a river he wanted to see.
Well, hopefully the river doesn't include a lot of people. Nolan, where is
There
this
a river with
cave?
a lot of people?
well, we've kept it hidden underneath the Temple of Torm.
You didn't tell me we were going to be doing this in the middle of a city.
It won't be in the middle of the city. It actually goes quite far down underground. Grarakis had to have quite a few people do stone shape to sink it down into the caverns. After that, we just worked with a tunnel and built our ways up.
I don't think I have enough experience to really say whether or not it will not permanently damage the structure of the city. It's a lot of force we're dealing with here.
I trust your calculations.
My calculations are based on 2 tests.
You're an intelligent man. Oh, dragon.
Are we blowing something up, Caldy?
Internal screaming. Yes, actually.
Oh, perhaps I can help.
Nolan, is it okay to tell him?
Oh, you seem to trust him. From the conversation you had, I assume this is the man who taught you your craft.
It is. I just didn't want to say anything I should. Yeah, Master Fairlax.
Yes.
We'll explain once we're further along. We are blowing something up.
Oh, excellent.
I don't really want to talk about it out here.
Well, perhaps we should go somewhere a bit more private.
Yeah, sure.
Of course.
So,
Let's start heading over to this temple. Yes, we can talk once we're there.
walking through the main city, you can see there's quite the number of temples here, all to various gods, though the orderly kind. You do see a few others in Melora, but the one that obviously sticks out the most prominent being Bahamut. You can even see that a few of the gnome gods have even gotten a few temples here.
Oh, very nice.
But as he's leading you towards the Temple of Torm,
That was weird.
we had the battle initially here towards the temples. Part of the city fell, and well, not many worried about it, as the dragons had claimed most of it here until it was retaken, but The battle that we had with Grarakis not too far with the other archmages managed to petrify him. And from that point on, we decided to, instead of having to move him, which unfortunately we did not have the manpower, the only thing we could do was sink him further into the ground. After having some of our other more elusive assets, a lot of drow, we got some word of the caverns below, rather sizable, easy to get to. Had a number of people in the order come by with the skills well enough after Grarakis had designed most of the things to keep it imprisoned, to stone shape him further underground and make sure that the cavern was sealed up immediately after. After that, we got skilled masons and everyone else to come in and build up quickly. It's not the prettiest thing when we are leaving it, but it's still what needed to be done. As you arrive towards the main temple auditorium, you can see that this one, though still tended to, doesn't seem to be the most popular piece of all. It's definitely not as exuberant or fantastic as the other ones that you see around. And you definitely see an absolutely immaculate temple to Lathander as you're going by. The beautiful sun symbol on the top of it, almost giving off an elegant radiance and shine. It almost gives this yellowish hue to everything around it. As far as I've been able to tell you, in the other moments that you've been able to discuss with Grarakis, we had to do this quickly, and to make sure it was hush. As we ourselves did not very much have anything that could really be used to truly stop it, and it was already partway in taking the mantle of, well, the Pale Night Queen.
Wait, how is she involved in this?
The Emperyian is her enforcer avatar that had gone berserk. It broke the rule following its goddess, and instead of enforcing its dominion, instead tried to take it from her.
That... wow, all this time I thought it was the, back in the other city, which I received a vision from her a while ago. I think Cordelia did as well. This must have been what she was trying to tell us about.
Beyond a quite a terrifying battle, I will say. Having to fight the various abominations that the Emperyian had unleashed was quite the endeavor, but at least a lucky one at that when we got the upper hand over it. Though I will say the unfortunate part is that we didn't really share the information on the traps and the halls and the tunnels below. We kept it quiet in case that anyone who wanted to worship this creature and those who were already following it in its own cults would be able to seek this information and get to him easily. That's where Barbara comes in. Though I do apologize for not asking in the apparent matter of interests amongst both the Catholics to Cordelia. She's very much needed in the assistance of disarming many of these issues ahead of us. At this point, you can see as you go through the Temple of Torrent, one of the fathers of the temple come over and greet you all immediately. You can see he looks to Norlern and sees the badge and just gives a quick nod and doesn't really waste any other time. As he goes behind to one of the areas, opening the door to where the priests are usually kept in cloister. And after quickly pulling down the hand of the statue, you can see it slide off to the side and steps immediately going down past some of these tiled mosaics to kind of give it a slight hint of maybe an old piece of the temple if anyone were to accidentally discover it. But as you go see further down, and Norlern starts walking down, and he even waves for the other guards to basically sit back and wait. At this point, I don't want to endanger my guard. After the incident with those bugs, it's a little harsh, but I don't think they would be able to handle what will be waiting for us down there.
Alright, well. Hopefully it's not too bad.
Now playing clap on, clap off with my sword.
Wait, what sword do you have?
I still have my great sword, the sharpener. No, I got the mean one. Let me see what it is.
So,
Actually, it's the great sword of sharpness.
Okay.
I got it for the good meme.
mm-hmm.
I still have one sword, because, why would you get rid of it?
I guess let's go and I'll get my glow globes out of the bag and flick it on.
So. Bless.
Hey.
As you start going down with your glow globes of holiness, you could get the heavy scent of dirt and mold and hints of old rust and a little bit of chemicals here and there. Is just very repugnant, and the stench just hits your nose very heavily as these tunnels have not really been tended to, and it's just heavy and thick, and even the air is very stale and old. You guys over to the tunnel works.
No, not a new map. That's dangerous.
No, that's always dangerous.
It's just like when we were put on this ominous road. Oh, it's dark in here. Good. Oh no. Alright, well, as much as I really don't want to, I'm going to put on the Eldritch goggles real quick.
Alright.
I want to see what kind of energy we're dealing with.
Are you sure about this?
I require vision. I need 60 feet of dark vision.
Let me get you that 60 feet.
Where are we? If I'm from
Top left.
Hello.
Welcome back.
What
And
happened?
which
Yeah.
position of the map?
there's a spook. There.
Uh,
Can everyone see?
I could see our squad,
Alright.
I can see.
Good.
yes, I can.
mainly because I'm in the corner.
And Kaldir, as you do that,
Wait, before we come down, could I have used my channel divinity?
yes.
Cool. So, gonna shed some bright light up to 30 feet.
Ooh. Holy.
Probably should do a lighter color for that.
As Anne is the sun.
I'm sorry, did you want bright light?
But
No.
Slowly pulls out rapier.
But Kaldir, as you do this, and you put on your goggles,
I cast light on my armor.
There we go.
Everybody's just turning on all their light switches.
I just pull my rapier out because moon touch.
Make it stop.
Do we need light?
I pulled down my goggles of minute seeing.
I have my greatsword out, and I can make it shine.
They've redone equipping.
Why do we all have glow sticks?
because the party comes prepared.
I am the
we
ghost.
we are a rave.
But Kaldir, as you do put on the goggles, you actually see what looks like an old knight from the order is actually standing behind Anne and looking at the rest of you.
Ah! Fuck! Who is that?
What's wrong?
Who is what?
There's an old knight standing behind you.
Oh, is there?
Do I see him, Josh?
Just Kaldir does.
I don't see him.
He just
Do you have like ghosts guarding this place in Olan?
There were some lost in the battle, but we buried them all.
Do you
Respectfully.
have any like distinctive markings on him?
You do see what seems like the old version of the Radiant Shield's pendant. As he's looking at you, you can tell he hears you. He like shakes your head and points back up the stairs.
So as much as I appreciate your warning, we're here to fix this.
Where is the goat?
It's behind Anne. It looks like it's with the Radiant Shield. It's being rather friendly.
Friendly or not?
I don't like the idea of it. I never liked ghosts.
Does the ghost respond at all to me talking to it, or is it just trying to be like, save yourself?
Josh, could I use a feature of Divine Sense to see the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet?
Yes, you can. So as soon as you do that, you actually start to see the figure kind of take shape before you.
Oh. Well, can you hear us?
He was kind of responding to me. He's not exactly all there.
As you
Dead should be left all alone.
As you do this, Kaldir, you can see him point down and taps what almost looks like a belt of old trophies that it looked like he probably died wearing. You see he's pointing to a dragon scale. And he points down.
I think he's trying to tell us that there's a dragon down there.
A dragon?
He's definitely still here, right, Kaldir?
Let's kick it
I'm not
down.
going to waste my time doing this, right?
I mean, he is physically. Well, I don't really know. Physically is the right description. He is still there.
Can you tell us what color the dragon
Alright.
is?
Turn undead.
Alright. As you ask like what color it is, he right as Cordelia's doing it, Kaldir, you can see it looks like he's like covering his eyes. And
Black? I think that means black.
it's wisdom for your turn of day.
Wisdom save, 16. And if he's CR2 or lower, he's instantly destroyed.
Alright. So for that, he actually does make it.
Damn.
And as he covers his eyes, and then as he's like
I mean, I can't actually tell, considering I can't see him, so I
Yeah.
pretty much just hold up my symbol and say, find your peace in the next life. And kind of look around and go, I actually don't know if that worked.
It didn't. really.
So
Damn it.
he just made it with a 16 too.
It was worth a
Could he-
shot.
But
Could he tell us what color the dragon was?
I think he means it's black. I mean, he covered his eyes, which should
as he
burn absence of light.
as you say black out loud, he kind of shakes his head no,
No?
and then you can tell he's trying to think how to convey this without being able to speak, and then he points.
Ghost charades.
Yeah.
Hang on.
You said he covered his eyes, right?
Yes.
He didn't see it.
Oh. I guess that is a possibility if you didn't see it.
Huh.
But at that,
Can you ask him if there's a way to get him to move on? I don't really want to waste more energy trying to dispel him.
I mean, I assume that once we destroy whatever killed him.
So you didn't see the dragon? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
he shakes his head one more time, and then he points to Chiron,
Oh, red.
and then he
What?
kneels down and taps on one of your shadows.
Why did you say red?
Is it an
I'm the only
evil
red one here.
ghost of a red dragon?
Shakes his head, points to Chiron one more time, and then taps a shadow again.
What's he doing, Caldir? Maybe I can help.
He's pointing at a Chiron, my tiefling friend over there, and he's tapping a shadow.
Is he saying like shadow demon or something?
Well, he seems to be inferring that it's a dragon.
A red lich? A
Did it-
Draco lich?
Is it an undead dragon?
Are there
red.
two dragons? One red, one black?
Are we playing fucking charades with a ghost?
Yes.
He's trying to help. He seems to be from the Radiant Shield, okay? Please.
Wait a minute. I remember reading some. Does anyone happen to know the spell tongues? You should be able to speak with us then.
Like, it can't speak, though.
Even if it can't speak, tongues allows you to understand. In fact, wait a minute. You can see him with those goggles, yes?
Yes?
I may be able to create a telepathic bond. Pry it from his mind. As long as he's willing, I don't see why not.
You cut out a little bit there. I heard telepathic bond and willing.
It's basically it. There's a telepathic bond and he's willing.
You actually do see him shake his head yes, as he's like, he obviously saying, Faralax says this all out loud.
Either he wants to help or he just really wants to get into your mind.
Well, he seems to be agreeing to whatever you just said, so can you do it? Need the goggles?
Okay, it'll take me about 10 minutes, but
Well, we appear to have nothing but time, so
okay.
go for it.
You hand Faralax the goggles?
Yeah.
Alright, well he's gonna throw them on. Do I now see the ghost?
Oh yes, in clear vision.
Hey, hello there.
And he's gonna wave.
Holds up a hand in greeting.
He will spend like 10 minutes like consulting his spell book, just sort of like on his hands and knees, like around trying to work. And he's also going to look to everyone else and go.
I can include up to 7 more people, including him. Does anybody else want to be in on this so we don't have to speak?
Sure.
Allows us to be quiet.
Include Barbara as well if she's fine with it, since she's going ahead anyway.
Well, I'm just getting work done, making sure everything's safe.
All right. Okay.
And I will cast a telepathic bond on the ghost, on Anne, on Cordelia,
Okay, what?
on
Sorry?
Caldir,
Or telepathic bonding.
Ooh.
on Callie. Now, the telepathic bonding only makes it so that you just like you only convey thoughts that you want to convey. This isn't like read thoughts or anything.
If we're willing, we can just choose to fail to save, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. If you're not willing, then you just don't get connected by it at all. And
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and it being put on you fails, but it's not read thoughts, so we can't see what you're thinking. It's only what you're choosing to show.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yes,
Willing
and it's
shared.
We're being asked to
Literally
full
just
accept
giving
a
us
collect
the
call.
ability to talk telepathically.
He's making medieval discourse.
yes, literally.
Between each other.
But yeah, I'm gonna throw it on. Let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, so I can throw it on everyone, but Drow Boy.
Yeah.
I forgot what Drow Boy's name was.
Well,
Feldrin, that's it. I couldn't see him because of the. Yeah, so I'm gonna put it on everyone, and it'll take 10 minutes.
What? No mental link for me?
Don't worry, Valgrim. I'll keep you in the loop.
We just can't. Not enough room. That's all.
Right. Has nothing to do with my skin.
Nothing at all. Oh, look, if you're really, really concerned with it.
No. It's fine.
All right, good. Get fucked. Okay.
Get fucked!
And yes, I will connect everyone with a telepathic bond, so we don't have to speak.
So while you're doing that, you could actually see Barbara has actually gone through, and the 4 pillars here seems to have disarmed some kind of ice trap. As you can see, the main crystals and parts of iridium fall out with some of the mechanisms in the plate. Seems to continue down the hall.
I'm gonna send Eco to stick with Barbara so I can keep an eye on what she's doing.
Alright.
Eco is not on his page, apparently.
You can always do a drag and drop.
Yeah, I can.
So she continues her work as she's already seemingly disarmed a trap already. This one, especially seeing this one's not very different, she actually just immediately starts going around uplifting the pressure plates and jamming them.
I ask in my head to this ghost thing, what color is the dragon?
Shadow dragon.
Everyone would hear that if he's speaking in that mind.
Oh wow, I'm honestly surprised you wouldn't have used Chiron to convey that. I didn't know you could know that about him.
You see, you could tell he's trying to focus on his thoughts. This doesn't seem like he himself is entirely here. Red Shadow Dragon.
It's a bit strange.
If we destroy it, will we move on?
Yes.
Cool, that's all I need.
Let's kill it.
Yeah, well, thank you for the help. What's your name?
Yorick.
Okay,
I
I'll
knew
put that
him
in
well.
chat.
Just lean against the wall here and actually look through Eco's eyes. Eco, I don't have Eco vision, so I've got no eye. I can't actually keep him up with Barbara.
Alright. Hold on. Let me do that so you can. Give Eco that vision, yo.
Oh, it.
Alright, well, let's get moving. Can I have my goggles back?
Of course.
I'm just gonna take them off, and like hand them to Chaldea, sliding down my second pair of goggles.
See, goggles are very much in style.
Indeed. Now wait up, Caldy.
I'm just making sure nobody goes and gets themselves killed.
At this point, you can see Bobber's just kind of like wandering down the hall, trying to figure out exactly where the next piece is. You can see the two pressure plates in these halls are completely disarmed. The ice seems to have kind of frosted around unopened holes. As far as you can tell, Igor, she seems to be having a little more difficulty with this hall. Also, as you continue going down these halls, you can see more and more they're heavily slanted, and going further and further into the earth, the mountain itself.
Is there a trap like right next to me that Barbara disarmed?
That one, yes, it has a completely frosted overhaul, and there's a few other pieces that have been kind of yanked out.
Yeah. Does it look mechanical?
They're all definitely mechanical. You do see that there are some You do see some arcane components for where the frost kind of built over the hole that didn't open up, but...
Oh, but they're magical then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do a history check in like 2 on it to see who put it there, or like who would have set up these traps if this is infested by a dragon. But I just need to get the details to see if I get advantage on looking at it from this distance.
So,
if it's just
Delia, what's a shadow dragon?
You would have advantage.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, that was to GM. Whoops. Point is, it was a 29.
For this, you could definitely tell that doesn't look like the minions. This looks like something that probably the Radiant Shield had set up.
Interesting. Well, the Radiant Shield seemed to put this trap. Maybe it was to stop it getting out instead of someone else getting in. It's definitely a Radiant Shield design. I've seen it before.
But what's supposed down here is way bigger than this hallway.
You of all things should know, Calder, that size does not matter.
So Cordelia, as you're watching Barbara with Ikor, you can just see that she's trying to keep eyes on everything. She goes by with her little torch, and immediately there's a little hole on the side of the wall that opens up, and you just see a blast of cold. She barely dips out of the way as the whole wall freezes over with an entire block. Oops. Don't tell her. As she kind of like looks over at Igor and whispers that.
I just tell you, maybe you shouldn't tell her that I'm watching.
Right.
Oh. Actually, hang on. I have Eco like hop up onto her shoulder and then just kind of scuttle over her arm and then cast light on her torch so she has a less flickery light.
Oh, thank you. But then she finds that one fairly quickly after that and manages to disable that. She keeps going further down the hall, watching carefully.
And I guess I'll follow, I mean.
No, wait up.
It's weird doing something like this after all I've done.
What do you mean?
Wandering through a desolate hole on the ground for something nobody wanted to find.
I'm just
Isn't that like
interested in killing
mostly
it.
what we do?
Oh no. So, as you're doing this, and you can see Barbara's trying to keep a steady look on everything. As she's there, you do see one of the pillars turn, and then just gone.
Wait, what? What? Barbara?
The lady has disappeared.
Perception check. I want to see what she wants. What?
Yeah. Excuse me, where the fuck did she just go? Did she just get swallowed by a pillar?
At that, you do. As you're looking around, you see the pillar is still turned around. There's a disposed wand there. No longer with magic in it.
Where did she go missing?
Right,
Like, what? Right there.
right. The one
Okay.
before Acor, right there on the right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get up real close to it.
Careful.
I know. I won't get too close to trigger it.
I'm assuming it's magical or mechanical.
For this one, magical.
It's magical. Excellent. I just need to know if it's either of the two. What do I know about its maker?
You know, his age, his sex, and his location.
Well, no, I don't know. I don't get all that stuff.
You know it's a teleport trap.
Oh. Seems to teleport. But to where, I'm not sure.
Cordelia, I think I saw you do some sort of location spell before.
It is limited in range,
Ah, locate
and
creature,
I
of course.
don't have it prepared.
Unfortunate.
Well,
Little one, could you tell if that spell was targeted or?
Why, yes, actually, I can.
Do you want me to re-roll or?
You would know immediately that that's targeted.
Yes, it's most certainly targeted.
So I wouldn't just send you somewhere random.
No, presumably not. Sort of like a gate. It has both an entry and an exit. It doesn't just spit you out where.
Alright. I dismiss Ecor. And then I'm just gonna start hitting it and see if I can trigger it on myself.
I would be careful there.
So,
With that roll that I had before, do I know if it will trigger her do it?
for that, it looks pretty well and disposed of. Like the charge of the spell itself probably burnt out the wand.
What are we thinking? We're all talking telepathically. Bavra's connected. Where are you?
that's a very good point.
You don't get a response.
That's a concern.
Why don't you use your thing that was it locate person?
We've just been over this.
Yes. She doesn't appear to have it. Perhaps I have it in my book. Do you mind if we wait just a moment?
Sure, go
course.
for it.
I don't remember learning it or writing it down, at least. Come to think of it, it would have come in handy. No, unfortunately I don't. Apologies, though. I tried.
Well, I guess I'm Plan B then. I'm probably the second most qualified person to do this. I activate the wand to detect magic, so that get a little bit of auxiliary warning.
Alright.
And trap finding dragon mode engaged.
So move forward. Doesn't seem to be anything else in this hall, though you could tell Around the corner, the hall seems to be glowing pretty heavy blue.
Oh, that's real promising. This hallway seems pretty good. I'd recommend only stepping where I'm stepping, just in case. I mean,
Of course.
not exactly professional at this.
Oh, yeah,
Can I get-
just a question for Josh as well. With detect magic stuff, do you have like the glowing aura color as correlation to its school, or is it just nothing to do?
Just to do with the detect magic spell, just blue.
Right.
I don't have the color one.
Yeah.
But yes,
I'm
the whole
gonna
hall.
peer around.
So you peer down the hall. The blue seems to be emanating from the pillars that all look like various mages that look like they're holding wands.
Well, I found out what happened to Bavra. It appears that they have numerous versions of the same trap in this hallway.
On the floor, you do see what looks like remnants of circles.
This is why I shouldn't have skipped magic classes.
I won't get close, but perhaps I can analyze them from a distance.
They're magical, yes.
Yes.
Are they all from the same maker, or have they been put there by the same, or for the same reason, kind of thing?
For this, it seems like the same mage repeated this circle going all the way down, but tripping one might trip all of them.
Perhaps it's like a table of mousetraps. Once one triggers the rest, well, we might all go in different directions.
Do you think there's a high likelihood if we just throw something down there, it'll trigger all of them?
Do I know that?
Good possibility.
It's a good possibility, but I'm not for certain. I have an idea.
And he'll pull a small pouch of light sand, only about the size of his thumb, and just lob it down the hallway.
So you lob it down. Doesn't do anything, but once it gets to the second set of in-between pillars right there, and it hits the ground, you see the statues turn and just blast magic missile into the floor where it hit, and just the sand's gone.
Oh,
The magic missiles that you saw, you've seen mages cast magic missiles before. These are bigger.
that's considerably larger than a magic missile, and I would know. I cast them an awful lot.
Ooh. I'm guessing they don't look too burned out, do they?
They look a
Would I
little
need to
more.
make another roll?
From this distance, you can tell they do look a little more fizzled out. Like it takes a lot of power, and especially obviously from the first one, it doesn't look like these might have that much power. And behind them, it was very quick and poor craft.
Alright, idea. Equal.
I mean, I could just get a whole bunch of apples from my bottle and just
Do
throw
that.
them down the
Get some
hallway.
apples.
Yep, let's go. Apple dunking time.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lean out, toss an apple at one of them, and duck back behind the corner.
All right, the first one to get hit by a magic missile loses. All right, Caldia, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
Oh, I want to
Lean around the corner to stop pegging at apples down the hole.
So you just start pegging apples down the hall. You see the statues going absolutely nuts. They just keep pivoting, turning, firing. It's just like a fucking scene out of a gunfight, and just and then
I imagine that scene from Aliens where the two turrets are going ape shit in the hallway.
Eventually, you could see that the wands fizzle out. The statues stop moving. There's one in the midst of this mass panic of so many targets that it just suddenly explodes and the statue falls apart.
I hope Bava just got teleported to a jail cell that's down there that's magically locked or something.
It would not explain why our telepathic communication cannot reach her.
Hey, I'm trying to think on the bright side.
I'm just glad I had an infinite apples to throw at statues.
Wait a minute. I've just remembered. And he like closes Phil. Well, I was thinking about how telepathic bond. It doesn't stop no matter how far you are. It's just, if you're on a different plane, you cannot communicate.
I assume that maybe she got transported. I heard that lead blocks magic. Maybe she's in like a big lead box somewhere in here.
Telepathic bonds, they're not like a magical string. It shouldn't be able to be blocked once it's within us.
Well, I'm sure she's down here somewhere.
Where it was sending, and that has a very low failure rate, even across planes. That didn't work either.
Indeed.
I will not literally believe that if Bavra fucking low-key died to a random statue with a wand in his hand after hanging out with us for so... She's totally alive.
It did teleport. It wasn't a magic missile.
Right. Well, I don't think we're gonna figure things out just by standing here, so...
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. No more magic in the hallway. Is everything just kind of dust?
It's all dust. There's the fresh scent of apples. It's rather refreshing.
Oh, delicious.
Fucking...
That worked out well.
He's just like... Nolan's just like looking on, watching our problem solving of throwing apples in a magical trap.
I mean, it was pretty clever when you think about it.
It is.
Considering I'd be running out of rocks pretty...
And I'm just like, well, I have infinite apples, so...
Oh dear, that's a peek around the corner.
I mean, if you have anything that's a bit more solid and could probably take a few magic missiles, I could just use telekinesis to hold it out.
Of course, I could always run through my shield on.
Peeking around the corner, it looked just like a plain wall. It's rather strangely smooth, though.
Yeah, that's really alarming that it's just a sudden turn.
Alright, and...
I was about to say.
Roll me a dexterity save.
Ooh boy.
Is that all of us?
No, just
Anne, because she went ahead of me. I was looking.
Oh wow, Jesus. So
I wonder if I make it.
you dive completely out of the way as the wall falls down, and you see what looks like ballistas, and they fire, and they just right into the wall beside you.
It's a Dark Souls level trap. What the fuck?
So like, just this wall like fell down and ballistas just like fired.
Mm-hmm. They're completely empty now, but there's now two big-ass ballista bolts in the wall next to Anne.
Well, I found something.
How close can I get to that?
More
What?
careful, Anne.
Like, am I able to get within a foot of it without setting it off?
Oh, completely.
I
It's completely juiced out.
Yeah, it was a mechanical trap.
Let
really.
me.
I'm telekinesising to take one of the ballista bolts.
I'm gonna.
And I'm just gonna hold it far out in front of the group.
I'm gonna walk onto the roof because I feel like hard trigger traps from the roof.
Just like every now and then tap it into the ground.
Who put it there?
For this
Or
one, this one
What
definitely.
maker does it look like?
The ballistas themselves actually have the symbol of the radiant shield on it. The maker, history-wise, the maker you could tell is actually probably one of the older artisans of the radiant shield when it first formed, back during the Dragon War, and in the
Nolan,
Very interesting.
you guys didn't make some sort of key to stop all this stuff from happening?
Like I said before, this was unfortunately all very quick.
Apparently, and not informed each other so as to avoid information leaks.
I know, but can't there be some sort of like, I don't know, key card, some pendant?
Hang on a second. Wait a minute. I have an idea.
There is one room that applies to, and as far as I remember, it's one with a lot of armor.
I'm going to pull out a small folded cloth out of my bag, and then flick it open and throw it onto the wall, and create a portable hole. Is there anything on the other side of this 10 feet. 10
Is
feet
that
in.
how portable wall works?
Yes,
Portable wall?
yes, it throws it in and it goes 10 foot deep.
10 feet? No, it's just stone.
I thought portable hole just makes a pocket.
No, I see what he's saying is that if it's shallower than 10 feet, it would go through to the other side.
Oh.
Yes.
But it's pretty ingenious.
I'm gonna throw it off and then fold it back up. Alright, well, there's nothing there.
It's a good try, though.
I'm on the roof currently because my logic is I can't set off traps because they're probably on the floor.
Wait, like you're spider climbing?
Yeah, I have boots. I just walk on the roof.
This is a sword and not a blister bolt, but it'll do.
I'm gonna make sure I go out in front of Anne because I don't want Anne. Anne, could you please stay behind me? I would rather that you walk face first into the blister.
I'm alright, but remember to stay a little close.
Yeah. It's...
Kyron, keep up.
By the way, the detect magic wand lasts 10 minutes. So
3.
I'm worried about the magical traps, the physical ones.
Alright, so everyone stop there.
I figured.
So, Keldir, you get to about there. Kyron,
Yes.
you're unfortunately at the worst place in time because this is where I put this trap.
Oh, lovely.
As you're walking and suddenly you fall.
I fall into the roof.
No,
I fall out of the roof.
And he's on the roof.
The roof falls.
Fuck.
Not a good.
What?
Just make
Oh
a,
no.
just make a Constitution saving throw as the bricks start coming down. Kyron,
Is that all of
unfortunately,
it?
yes. Unfortunately, Kyron, you're not really getting too much of a chance on this one.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Alright, awesome.
Is this an Indiana Jones boulder trap?
No, it's just bricks on the roof, completely just dilapidate out.
Oh,
Lovely.
okay. Literally, it wasn't even a mechanical trap. It was just Kyron getting fucked.
Kyron getting fucked.
So it's not bad. It's not bad because even though
Waiting for that 48 damage.
they're sizable bricks, it's only 13 bludgeoning.
Oh, good.
As he's walking along, you just suddenly hear.
Huh?
It appears. in fact-
Why me? Every time something bad happens, it happens to me.
At least
Did
there
I-
was ingenuity.
Did I do that? Kyron, are you okay?
Yes. Yes, I'm okay. Mostly my pride is hurt.
I'm gonna throw my portable hole in the wall next to me.
Unfortunately, nothing there.
Just gonna pull it off and flick it a bit, and fold it back up.
It's a fun item, though. That's pretty cool.
Okay, I check around the corner with peeking strategies.
As you peek around, you do see that this corner kind of takes a little bit sharp. The floor looks fairly uneven, and it dips down very quickly diagonally.
Alright, this room looks really weird.
What do you mean it looks weird?
Everything's off.
Tap. Tap.
That's comforting.
Tap. Tap.
Just keep it going down. Tappity tap tap.
Tap.
Alright, what kind of checks do I need to look around for mechanical traps?
That's as far as I can actually see, so I can't tap it any further.
Investigation.
Okay.
For
some skill, though.
concentration, I just slam it into the wall instead.
I'm also going to look for some mechanical traps.
And I'm looking like really close, like within one advantage.
I mean, not bad, but probably not good enough to find wherever they hid.
Alright, so as Cordelia's tapping down the hall. Feralax, you see right at the last second before Cordelia's sword gets a little too far ahead with the ballistic bolt, a little too far over the. She's about to tap it. You just scream out, "Stop!"
When I scream in my mind.
Yeah.
Stop!
As she's about to tap the panel, but you realize you're actually standing on a piece of floor that would raise up.
Oh.
I'm just holding.
It'll
I've
crush us.
been using my arm the whole time, controlling it because it's the ring of telekinesis. Been holding my hand out, like force moving this thing, and I just kind of stop blowing my arm and looking like, what?
It's a trap. You touch that panel, the floor beneath us throws us into the roof.
Should we back up and trigger it?
Perhaps if we all move. Maybe we should just leave it alone. We don't want to block the passageway.
Is it only that panel the sword was going to stab that triggers it?
For that, it's actually the 4 panels. The one on the underneath the ballistae, the 2 in front, and the one beside it.
It's basically like a 2x2.
Yeah, a 2x2 trap.
If it's that big, I don't really think we can jump over that easily.
I mean, we do have a flat carpet.
And a portable hole.
And I can walk on walls.
Fine. Okay. I'll get out the carpet and I'll unroll it. Everybody get on.
It's a good idea. Why don't we just stay on the carpet?
Because I don't want the carpet to get ruined by something shooting through it.
I'm gonna jump on the carpet.
So everyone gets a nice little safe hover going across.
I make a big mental reminder to be careful coming back in the slant room.
By the way, where the crack is, you can see it's 2x6, or not 2x3. So it'd be like a good 15-foot block that would pop up and hit the roof.
Oof.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're just gonna move ourselves across as if we were hovering.
Pretty much. Don't have to worry.
Okay.
Don't have to worry about that. For this, I will say you can just hurry down the hall.
Okay. Come on, boys, to the end of the... Okay. Those aren't more statue traps, we're just going to the end of the hall, right?
Yeah, no. You can see where pieces of the roof collapsed just from how quick this place was built up, and everything just kind of fell apart. But you could tell that this long hall going downward, if you were wearing more slicker shoes,
Oh man.
you would have most definitely been crushed to death, probably.
Do you mind if we stop for just one moment, Caldi?
Yeah, sure. Broom stop. Not broom carpet, I always called it broom.
Throw my
Your
portable hole.
You actually
Yep.
see another room. You actually see Bavra.
Oh wow, really?
She's everywhere. You, out of all the places, this is actually ironically the one that actually intersects. Good catch.
Everyone, get in. Once we're all in, I'll get on the other side and I'll peel it off.
Why are we climbing in? Why don't we just get her out?
This is
There's-
some Looney
you do see-
Tunes fucking shit.
You do see the stairs that go up, but she's actually out cold.
I just direct equal through it.
Yes, that's a good idea. Yes, send the familiar.
Then the bird. Also, I lost equal vision because I had to put him down again.
God damn it. Hold on. Let me set his tokens.
It's not my fault that his vision isn't the default on the token.
See, I can't believe that none of us even brought up that she couldn't respond if she was knocked out.
I just assumed that because she wasn't responding, she was either knocked out cold or she was in another place.
Or she was dead.
Well, yeah, or she was dead. But I sort of,
Okay, he was casting Cure Wounds on her.
As soon as he gets in there, roll a wisdom saving throw for him.
Oh, for him? Okay. Eagle. Wisdom. Is this magical?
Yes. So he is advantage.
Okay, has advantage. Still +1. Oh, I didn't do it with advantage. I actually have to.
Oh, then a
+1.
natural 20.
Huh. So Ikor feels it. The floor is trying to put him to sleep.
Okay. I can't grab people with my telekinesis. I'm gonna instruct Igor to stay off the ground.
Does that trap, like, does that ground that's just there, it's magical, yes?
Yeah, the ground itself is enchanted with it.
Yeah. Does it seem that that
Wait,
the
Rossi.
radiant shield put it?
For that one,
Is
no.
this?
That one
Cordelia.
seems different.
If you can't move people with your ring, use the ballista bolt to roll her over here.
Hey, this is considered a charm, right? That's on the ground.
For this one, yeah, it goes under the sleep effect.
All right, I can start playing my counter charm, which is something I can just keep doing because I just play. Let's see, I'm just gonna fucking. You'll have advantage on your rolls or some shit. So, if you want to go in there now, I suggest it now. Well,
Igor already had it.
I give more advantage if anyone else wants to go in. I don't believe Ikor can grab her.
I should probably be the one to do it.
I'm not so sure about it.
If you fall unconscious, I don't think any of us can pick you up.
That's very rude.
You're wearing heavy plate armor. Cordelia would have to go in there after you.
Look, out of my way, I'm going.
Well, wait. Before in, perhaps I could cast Dispel Magic, see if that works.
Too late.
Yeah, she's already gone through, so.
If she's gone through, that's alright.
Alright, go ahead. Cordelia, roll me that wisdom save.
Josh, could I go part way into the hole to try and extend my my aura out a little bit?
Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm only trying to get close enough so I can grab her and pull her back out.
Will she get advantage because of my counter charm?
Yes, you would. So advantage
Yeah.
and Anzor.
It was wisdom.
Yeah, you get +5.
Oh, it's 5 now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's the aura?
It's the thing that all paladins get.
I get
Yeah.
the feeling
What's it called?
that it is rather difficult for me to fail this roll.
Alright, so yeah, you're fine. You could feel the floor trying to beguile you to sleep, but you resist and you grab Bavra, who is just completely fucking out of it. And you start you pull her through the hole.
Yeah, I'll just pick her up and bring her back.
Pull her through the hole and back to safety.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in that room, or is it just sleeping Bavra on a sleepy floor?
There's a sleepy floor, but there's also stairs going up.
Yeah. Ego's staying off the ground. He's going to investigate. I'm just gonna turn to Counselor, but look, if you actually need me for anything, just tap my shoulder or something. I'm focusing on Eco's vision right now, and I'm just gonna be constantly on the lookout for Eco. So it tries to cast a spell at him or anything, I can just dismiss him immediately before anything can hit him.
Perhaps we should move along then.
Okay.
And I will peel my my hole off the wall.
Take one of your holes off that dirty, dirty wall.
Sorry.
The literal luck that you
I'm
had.
gonna instruct Eco to stay invisible as well.
Let's keep going down the hall.
Down, down, and down some more.
Let's go.
So, Barbara's not waking
Sorry.
up.
She's still out of it.
Has anyone tried to wake her up?
Just
slap
smack
her.
in the cheeks or something.
Let's slap her. Oh, well, that worked.
What the fuck happened?
You went bye-bye for a little bit. You stepped on a...
Sorry about that. Kind of sits back up and dusts herself off from all the old dirt.
Just, let Kaldir take the lead.
Well, why though? I don't think I'm better at it than she is.
I mean, if you get hit by something, you can take it more than we can.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we got our shiny new armor, remember?
Yeah, I guess. I guess everybody else is just gonna float in the ether behind us. Let's just make it to the end of the hallway so everybody can just catch up.
And as everyone gets to the end of the hall, Cordelia, go ahead and roll me. Let's see, where was it? A dexterity saving throw for Ika.
Eco?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it magic?
Yes.
Okay. Advantage. There we go.
Alright. Unfortunately, he does not make it. For this, I'm not going to roll damage because he's going to just pop instantly from that bad boy.
I mean, was it coming, like, was there a visual cue for something about to happen?
For this, no.
Okay.
It was more of an instantaneous situation. So,
Perhaps we should keep moving.
unfortunately, Iker just...
I'm giving Cody a second.
It's,
What the hell happened?
Is he gone?
Yes, but I didn't even see what did it.
That was weird.
Another
Well,
teleport? Should we go check?
Can't you just resummon him?
I can, but it takes a while.
Is this area free of the blue Amadi who die?
that area is completely free of blue Abadai.
I would like to make an investigation check on the floor beneath me before we step off of the carpet.
I will also do that.
Okay.
And I will look very closely at
About the same tier of roll.
For this, the hallway is completely clear.
Alright, everybody get off the carpet. As much as I like the idea of floating, if anything else bad happens, it's kind of hard for everybody to... And,
Alright then.
I agree. Let's move forward, perhaps.
okay. Check around the corner.
You look around the corner, the hallway is clear, but the broom blows a blue.
Ooh, we're seeing a lot of magic in here.
I don't like that.
I mean, I don't know exactly what it does, because I'm no expert, but, Kyron, apple.
Alright, apple time. I hand him
think
an apple.
that setting up this many traps is a bit overkill.
Well, most of these traps have been radiant shield, but a lot of these magical ones seem to be from a different cause. I can't quite discern what.
I throw an apple down the hallway.
Throw it down the hole. Gets in the room. You see it get turned into a baked apple by a flamethrower.
More apples!
More apples!
Who put that flamethrower there? Or at least like
For that
what sort of maker?
That one is actually the Radiant Shield. It looks like Rarakis' handiwork once again. As they continue to toss apples in and make baked apples.
Actually, wait. I roll this. Hang on a second. I think my background feature lets me discern exactly who the maker thing.
But it smells heavenly in there as the room completely juices out on magic. As there's a small pile of baked apples in there now.
I kind of want to eat them, I'll be honest.
It's only
I will
sure
eat
it's
them.
fine.
My background doesn't actually do that.
Okay, well, I'll swing by and grab an apple. 'Cause,
I'm eating an apple. Having it.
It's home baked.
So you grab it, you bite it. Nice and juicy, a little burnt on the outside because the focus fire, but still pretty tasty.
Where the flamethrowers
reckon we
like
can drop
right
it up
here?
This whole room,
The whole corner was.
yeah, it's completely juiced out.
Okay, well, I was just making sure I understood where the flamethrowers were.
Hey, Caldeer,
Yes.
you reckon we could make like a neat profit off of like fire cooked apples? These taste not so bad.
I like the idea.
And Faralax is just going to line up both his fingers with prestidigitation flames.
Well, the area is completely out of energy, so probably the idea will have to wait for another day.
Yeah, I'll
How's
try it
the
the next time we get
noise?
to a tavern.
I am going to.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to like pull out my like smiths and tinkerers tools wherever the where was the flamethrower looking thing?
For that, it came down from the roof.
Came down from the roof. It seems it was magical, right? Or did it come from a mechanical source?
Purely magical.
Purely magical. Damn, I was going to see if I can try to lop off some of the mechanics on it. Get some spare parts.
Drat.
That's fine.
Alright, let's keep going.
Is this hall looking pretty magical, like the corner of that token that I just saw?
Is that a door?
For that, you can see that there seems to be some blue coming out of that. Yeah, blue is coming out of that room, but pertaining mostly to, you can see it at an angle. It looks like suits of armor standing up. They're all glowing blue.
And Nolan, we found the suits of armor.
Hang on a second.
I'm going to throw my portable hole in this direction.
You see, slap it on the corner, and you don't see anything. It just seems to sink into stone for the moment. Just going to the left, right?
Yeah. I'm going to come down. Well, actually, I'll throw it like just to check this corner.
Alright, so you throw it into the corner. You can actually see it crosses into a hall.
I feel like we're meddling with things that perhaps maybe we don't want to, but does anyone want to come down this hole instead?
No. The last hole in the wall was the floor that made people sleep. I don't want to know what's in there.
Is it glowing blue, Caldeer?
Is it glowing blue?
So you peer down in the hole and you can see into the corner. Doesn't look like any blue.
It appears to be mostly magic free.
Seeing if I can figure this out, because I mean, as a player I know, but I didn't mean that to have advantage. Okay. Yeah.
So
Delia's not making action.
But it looks pretty safe. You get head through to that corner.
We can backtrack for all the secret routes we want later. Right now we're trying to get a direct route down.
But we could always get the jump on people. But you are
Get
the
the
leader.
jump on. Get the jump on what? Traps?
Yeah, there appears to have been nobody down here for a long time.
The dragon.
I don't think a shortcut will do that.
Perhaps maybe he's waiting at a bottleneck. Who knows? But of course, you're the leader.
Alright then, I guess let's just go this way. I'd like to check this hallway for mechanical traps.
Take me where your trigger eyes see.
Roll that investigation.
I told you not to call me that.
Sorry. All habits die young.
Dragu.
Oh, come on, the nat. I saw it almost rolled to a 19, you piece of shit.
Don't
Well, Caldir seems to think it's safe.
Yeah, looks pretty safe to me.
I will
Perfectly
try.
fine.
I will try.
Time to fucking die.
It's, completely clear.
Okay, let's go.
I don't
it.
believe you.
As you're going up, Kelly, you can see like Kyron just grabbed you by the shoulder, like, wait!
Wait a minute.
Huh?
There's a floor panel right in front of you.
Ooh, you nearly stepped on that one.
Just a floor panel. What's wrong with it?
Does it not look a bit off-putting to you?
This entire place looks pretty off-putting to me, but if you insist, I guess we just won't step on that one.
Please.
As you take a look over it and you finally look back up towards the roof, you realize that there's two slots in the roof that look like they would drop gates down.
So there's basically like two gates in the roof, like right here.
Mm-hmm. To lock you in
Should
the
we
room.
just back? Oh, like in this little chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do we want to go about this then? Because I don't really think we easily just step over this. Do we want to carpet over?
Probably for the best.
That would be the smartest.
You just hear an overlord in the background. Make sure you have your symbols out. That's all I know, that they would help with the armor.
Okay. Pinning symbol on. Well, actually, I always keep my symbol on the edge of my clothing. So.
Yeah, that cop badge.
Yeah. All right, everybody on the carpet.
Yes.
Alright,
Yep.
we ride.
I crossed the river. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Apples!
How magic is this room looking like out of time?
It's glowing pretty bright with the suits of armor. You actually see like the suits of armor pivot and turn. And they look at you, and then they see your shield symbol, and then they pivot, turn back into position.
Well, they are respecting the badge for the first time ever.
Yeah. I like it. Keep it.
Everybody had dismount the carpet, I guess. Let's continue on.
Perhaps maybe I should do something. I don't appear to have a badge.
Can you not just like... No, that's not how prestidigitation works, is it? You can't make like a little replica.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, well, why don't you do that?
If it fits inside the palm of your hand.
It does. So you can look at like Kaldir and Kyrans and such. And,
I'll prestidigitate my own little copy.
so you make a nice little fake. Seems like it's working. They kind of, even though they're suits of armor, they still seem to function on the visual, and they don't seem to be bothering anyone who has a symbol. But you do see the floor goes further down, and there's quite a lot of suits of armor in here.
I really hope all of them are respectful.
They are all extremely dusty and dirty.
Like, what kind of level of quality are the suits of armor? Are they like kind of like nice, or are they just like old and run down?
To make sure that I never, like, come comes off, by the way, I'm gonna keep like making replicas and rotating between them. Like I
And-
make like three replicas whenever one's about to fade.
As for the suits of armor, as you do look at them, they look like old knights' armors, like they've seen battle, and they were used in makeshift or maybe even possibly donated. You're not very sure.
Do any of them look kind of like what Yorick was wearing?
For that, yes, you actually see a suit of armor that looks exactly like Yorick's.
Which one is
Interesting.
it?
For that one, it's actually the middle one at the bottom floor, down here on the right side. You can even see the old trophy belt that's actually still along with it and the sword.
Did the scale still there?
You're
Scale's
like
still
the
there.
last point.
Do they just look like they're from like a regular dragon?
For the one that he was actually pointing to, especially since he was on the ethereal plane, couldn't see the color, but even though these are old and degraded, you still see what looks like black mixed in with burnished red.
By chance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the first part, sorry.
Are they magic?
All these suits of armor, they're definitely magical. They were all looking at you when you first walked in.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do the big. Nope. All right. My character sheet's not letting me. 1 second. Maybe it'll let me 1 pointer. If it's not lagging. There we
Well,
go. Okay.
now that I see the scales more in color, they look just the same as I would expect of something called Shadow Dragon.
What put these statues here?
For all the suits of armor here, as far as you can tell, it looks like the Radiant Shield itself put them here, and the enchantment of the animated is definitely animated armor. As far as you can tell, especially since the heads do look and were searching for your symbols, anyone who entered this room and didn't have a symbol would probably be immediately assaulted by every single suit of armor in here.
That seems like a minor problem. Can't say I like that one.
This one looks exactly like the ghost. It's weird that actually, let's pull down the goggles. I'm actually curious to see if there's ghosts in any of the suits of armor.
So, as you are looking around, you actually see a ghost for each suit of armor.
I assume Yorick isn't there.
York isn't there at all. He seems to have meandered off. As you look around, you can see others that look like they're kind of just patrolling around the room. Others that are watching the rest of you, and some that appear like they are still standing in form with their armor in respect, but then occasionally like do a patrol around the room. You see another that looks like it's almost like it's kind of stuck in a strange mental state of like constantly fighting something, falling down, and then getting back up.
I will meet the gaze of one of them. It's like looking at us, and I'd like to say out loud. We met your friend Yorick up at the top of the stairs. Why isn't he down here with the rest of you?
Went down ahead. Didn't follow orders. Woke the dragon.
He did mention that you guys had a dragon down here.
Killed the mother, not the brood.
We're trying to right the whole wrongs of the Emperyian being still alive and all. perhaps give me a little bit of a pointer as to the rest of the traps in this building, or you just guard this room?
The waterway. An old room. Taken by one of the brood. Its pets are with it. There's
So that
a door. It'll lead to the stairs going down, but it will go through the brood's room.
So the brood refers to the dragons, and waterway contains dragons, is what you basically just said.
Passing by over the waterway. Don't go down the hall with the water.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm taking the goggles off. They're very helpful. I didn't expect them to be so forthcoming.
Huh.
Don't go down the hallway with water was his best tip, seemingly. Instead, we want to look for a door that apparently leads further down through the dragon's cave. Cove, hideout. It's the way down to the basement.
It's the kind of thing that I would not want to find in my basement. A fucking dragon.
Shadow.
Well, apparently,
yes.
apparently Yorick actually made the dragon angry originally. He killed the mother, not the children.
Heard a story about that, soldier. I didn't think it was true.
Well, the ghost of dang, I didn't even ask his name. That ghost certainly believed it. How magical is this looking?
For that, not at all, but the room itself, very.
The next room, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess let's look for mechanical traps before I walk across it, you know? As an old tradition. Looks pretty safe to me.
Nice and clear.
I'll have a look. See.
The fuck do I see? I'm not. I don't even have fucking good points in this shit, man.
You're rolling so good.
This
I
hall.
thought we had someone dedicated for this, but she got sleep teleported, so she's just sat in the back from then on.
Well, I've personally been excommunicated from it, and I don't blame him.
Look, I wouldn't let you be up the front either.
I don't want to be at the front either, but I don't know. He does have a point.
You have to be.
But no, the hallway is empty, but the room is.
Okay, so for clarification, you're talking about this room and not this room.
Correct.
Okay, just double checking to make sure I understand the game we're in here.
Okay.
I've
Well,
got you.
Josh, Andy just tries to stay with, like, make sure that people are in her aura, and like she'll follow them and try to help out.
Don't worry, I've stopped right when people get to the bad boy dragon. That's not very far.
All right. Well, good night.
Good night,
Yeah.
buddy.
Not young.
I feel really fucking awake. I've been awake for a really long time, and I'm very much still awake. I'm surprised.
It's because you hit the delirium stage.
I mean, I'm
Probably.
pretty awake. Like, it's only midnight.
Okay. So what's the magic like looking like? Where's the concentration?
For this, it seems to be entirely the floor itself. The whole floor glows.
Well, the entire floor is glowing in here. Kyra and apples.
Okay. Apple time.
the time.
You toss
Is this
a.
going to become a standard when we disarm traps now? Just throw a fucking apple at it?
So you throw some apples, they all disappear through the floor.
It just falls through the floor?
Yeah. Gone. You
Um,
hear splats immediately after them.
Like a second later.
Yeah, couple things that like, and then like the apples bouncing, and then others that like stick through it.
Huh. Did the traps... Wait, are they still there? Did they disappear? What happened?
I think the floor isn't there.
Wait, can we take... Wait, is it just an illusion floor? Or is it just one giant trap?
Cordelia, do you still have that ballista?
No, I left it behind to mark where that floor crushing trap was.
I want to concentrate on the floor really hard to see if it's an illusion and peer through it.
I mean, I'm always carrying a couple of these, and I just... I kind of groan a bit as I pull out the silver bust, the silver longsword that I have, and I just float that out. I'm like, okay, what am I doing with it?
Just poke the floor to see if it's actually there.
Okay, I just start tapping it into the floor.
And just through it.
Alright, magic carpet, everybody.
Run again.
And especially since you do that a
Everybody
few
runs.
times, the spell ripples, so you actually get a bit of a view as the sword's just kind of like going through the illusion.
I'm loving the apple strat, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, it's the perfect fruit for trap triggering because it's heavy, it's got some good weight, it's got a good shape.
It's good
And
peg.
if
It's
anything
good.
if anything hits it, it explodes beautifully.
But yeah. Is looking straight down, you can see it's a 20-foot drop into what looks like rusted poisonous spikes.
Vietnam treatment.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
We didn't even bring the bomb supplies down here with us.
Don't worry, I've been hefting them back here.
You have all of them?
And has one of them.
Wait, why didn't you tell us? We literally have bags of holding.
It's fine.
I've got to carry my weight a little bit. I mean, already doing all the work.
Oh, whatever, Nolan. Just don't strain yourself too much.
Alright. I'm a tough old man, don't bother.
Okay, well, I guess let's go to the... I don't know, do we want to go straight... Let me just visualize, because I'd probably be doing this anyways. So we've went... So that would probably go that way. Okay. Let's go straight across first. Alright, floating across the chasm.
Everyone can float across.
How magical is this room looking? It looks like it's real fucking deadly.
It is.
It's very glowing.
Yeah. And I'll just count everyone as like being with hand. I'm just putting her in the conglomerate cube.
Kyron, do you want to throw an apple in that next room? It looks real bad.
Mm-hmm, yep, alright, apple, coming right up. I'm just chucking an apple. You know, for good measure, I chuck 2.
Nothing happens.
I think it's okay.
Well, I'm gonna inch a little bit closer to Imperial on that guy, so there's an actual corner. Well, it still is glowing really badly. I don't know exactly what happens in there.
I'm gonna start poking shit with my sword again.
Sword. Ow! Poking shit with the sword. So just poking around a room and continuing down the hall and all that.
Poke, smack it into the wall. I'm doing everything with the butt of the sword because I kind of like this sword. It's silvered, okay?
So you get to the other hall, and the sword doesn't seem to be able to enter the hall. There's nothing there, but there seems to be some kind of invisible barrier stopping it.
Hmm. Bonk. Bonk. Bonk.
Just keep smacking and nothing happens. Just barrier that doesn't seem to really be passable.
Let's just go the other way then. We can come back for this.
Perhaps it's a
I
one
try
way
to bring the sword back to me.
Alright, you do. Barrier stops right in front of it. Sword passed through it, but now it can't get to you. It's stuck in that room. As she does this, Calderian carrying you guys behind.
I'm gonna reach out and grab the sword.
Alright.
Like have it right against the barrier, just hold out and just put my fingers over it and see if I can pull it back.
So, you grab it. And you feel your wrist is stuck.
So I can't pull my arm back?
Correct. The amount of arm that you put into the room just to grab the handle is now stuck in that room.
Okay. Let the sword move away again.
Mm-hmm.
And I turn my hand around so I can like put the flat of my hand directly against this barrier and cast the spell straight into it.
Alright. A sudden, loud... You all feel a gust of wind as, the pressure that was built up in this room has been finally released. It smells horrible.
And then for good measure, I'm going to see if the barrier's still on the other side.
Passes right through. It's gone.
There's no more magic in there.
Nope.
Alright, I guess I've...
Problem solved?
Perhaps we should just go through it.
Good job. Alright, everybody dismount the carpet. Let's proceed.
So Leroy, what's it like living in a massive house like that?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, Brett, it's been real fucking dead.
Does it get lonely?
Literally asleep.
I don't know if you fall asleep.
It's a possibility. Bradley?
I think he's asleep.
Let's keep moving.
He's moving on his own. Unless,
I think he's.
Did you leave yourself muted, Brad?
Still muted in Discord, so
Yeah, but it's possible with his headset.
physical switch. Maybe the microphone just killed itself.
Considering he hasn't talked back, he must either be talking to somebody else or...
Maybe Brad's killed himself.
Probably.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, we
Yeah,
getting that
yeah.
Leroy is typing.
You heard that?
Yep. Oh, yep, my Discord died.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
He's alive. Alright. He's moving down. Kelly.
Firing through.
Mm-hmm.
You do see that there's actually a rather huge amount of magic on the wall. And this looks like an old aqueduct.
Alright, guys, we found the aqueduct.
Whoa.
We should go through it. Well, not through it, but over it.
I'm pretty sure they said not to do that. We're gonna go down the hallway that contains a river, that was it. So we need to look for a door.
Alright.
Alright, this is me peeking into the room. This isn't me physically setting foot in here. I just want to see.
Is that a door there, or is it just a...
Yeah, is that a door or is that a...
Could it be that God has failed to conceal a hidden exit?
For that, no, that's not a hidden exit. That's actually another walkway across. As you can see, the stairs go up to it, and you do see that where water would flow, it goes down into the hall to your right, in that direction.
Oh, I think he said... I thought he was just speaking facetiously, but he said not to do it where water flows. Alright.
Carpet over the water area?
That's what I was thinking.
Mm.
We can just get to the other side.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I guess. Are we carpeting over this, or are we just carpeting over the water?
That's just carpet in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
I think it was basically because, like, if it's where the water flows right, normally we'd have to walk. Like, from what I can see, we'd have to walk down to the bottom and go down along the way the water would to the other staircase.
Yeah, okay. Let's float across.
I think that might be the trick.
Alrighty, let's do that.
Directly across. We should be fine.
Ferry yourself safely across over the empty aqueduct.
We're being like extremely paranoid over an empty aqueduct. Like,
We would go with a lot of fucking facts at this
oh, there's an
point.
action. There's no water in the aqueduct, right?
Correct. It's completely bone dry.
There's no physical doors in here. Like, I don't see any.
Nope.
Okay.
But you do remember he said secret door.
I didn't actually exactly remember that part, but Caldir would have remembered, so.
Yeah.
He did say secret door though, so I guess we should probably look a little bit. Master Fairlax, could you just do your whole wall thing? I'm sure that'd probably be more successful than my attempts to find masonry that is faulty.
Sure.
I'll try anything like that.
Throw it on.
Oh my god. Here's the worst of this.
Can I just ask, when exactly were we told most of this stuff?
Almost like a few minutes ago when we were in the armor room, I put on the goggles and I talked to another ghost.
Oh, just back there. Okay.
But the floor looks clear. You can move freely into the hall.
Well, I was checking for hidden doors. I wasn't checking for traps.
Hidden doors here? You don't see any.
Look, I really didn't want to do this because, honestly, it felt like a bit of a waste to me. But it should at least speed things up, and the duration is quite high. So I'll use my 6th level spell slot to cast True Seeing on myself.
I need to remember what that spell does.
For the next hour, I have True Sight, can see hidden doors, secret doors hidden by magic, exact words.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see into the ethereal plane, all 120 foot range.
Alright, so as you do this, you see what looks like people drowning. Repeatedly, over and over. They're all drows. They all look like they all look like they came up from the hallway across the way, and they were going up the stairs when they came from this direction. Something drowned them to death.
It would seem we may have had our directions wrong. Looks like coming back up the aqueduct this way is what causes you to drown.
There's no door in here?
Apparently not.
Well then, I guess let's check up further ahead, and maybe it's referring to a room that already has water flowing. This one appears to be dry.
It
Oh,
could
I'm now
be down
making
the
invest.
hall. It could always be down the hallway.
All right, investigation check for this hallway. This time, I'm actually making the check to go forward. Okay, 25.
The front part is clear, but around the corner you do see that looks like a little sleeve stone that might raise up once you're past it.
What do you mean by sleeve? Is it like
Like-
stone nested within stone that looks like it's gonna like raise up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where is that exactly? Is it like here, or is it like here?
Right around this area.
So it is like these two blocks. It
Yeah.
looks like
That's where you see that the stone would raise up.
no magic. Just
Purely mechanical.
this is me peeking around the corner. This isn't me physically stepping.
As you do peer around, you can easily see, especially with that roll, that the panel that would trigger that is right on this corner of the hall.
I think we need to get back on the carpet again. I know we seem to do that a lot. The floor here raises itself.
I'm starting to feel we'd be better off just staying on it.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, fine. Everybody get on the carpet. We're gonna stay on it for a while. It appears to be all we do.
Hallway surfing.
Point Break, starring Spider-Man. Okay, well, let's just assume we're all on the carpet, because trying to maneuver everybody is going to be annoying, so...
Yeah, pretty much. Just chunk move. Chunk move.
I'm still using Detect Magic. When it runs out, I'll cast the wand again. It has 3 charges, so...
You do see one at the end of the hallway. There's a little bit,
Apple time.
but it's on the wall.
Like, where on the wall? Like, further down?
Yep, on the right side.
Oh, these?
You'll see it further down. You can see the blue glow.
Okay. We got a little bit of magic further
I feel
ahead.
like
Karen, ready the apples.
I need a higher
Oh,
vision
God.
thing right now.
Yeah, you have 120 feet of true sight. You should basically be seeing the star, the sun, and everything else.
Hold on. I'll fix that. This page is so heavy with pieces that is like lagging the shit out of me.
I let loose the apples of trap
It's
disarming.
also the advanced fog wall that always causes issues.
It is true. Alrighty, so the hallway itself, especially after passing by that panel, doesn't seem to have anything else. As you do see the little lip curve that goes around the right side. I've already removed it because you would see where this illusionary wall is.
Oh, there's like an illusionary wall at the end. That's what she's seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true sight, baby.
Ew.
Alright, ready your apples. I see magic at the end of the hallway.
Apples at the ready.
There's a fake wall there too.
Oh, we found the door then.
You point, I shoot.
Well, let's throw an apple just to be sure.
Throw.
Go for it.
You hurl the apple.
Yeet.
The walls collapse in. It's now a flat apple as they pull back.
Oh, see? There we go. Was that
Why
when
have
it
we
landed, or
never-
just like when it like flew back?
Why have we never done this before?
Mm-hmm.
You lagged a little bit there. I was asking
It's when
what
as,
position.
as far as you could tell, it's whenever like you see the little pillars there.
Mhm.
It looked like the statues on the pillars watched the apple and then smashed it and went in between.
You reckon that we can blind the statues?
That sounds almost cruel, but yes.
No. No, fuck them. You know what's cruel? They squashed my apple.
Yeah, fair point.
Okay. Where exactly? So did the wall come down just after the statues?
Pretty much like right in between the 4 pillars.
Okay, so the statues are just before the collapsing thing. So when you pass them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When we get up to them, I'm gonna smear honey in the eyes of the statues.
Mace them.
You get up, you just pour globs of honey over the statues. They seem to lose track. You cover over the eyes, you realize that the eyes seem to be made of obsidian.
Ha! I mean, wait, we could take the eyes. But at the same time, I'm not sure that's a good idea. Maybe the danger. I don't care. They'll look.
Yeah, nice pun, Kyron.
I've got an eye for it. It doesn't matter.
Alright, let's try an apple test before we drive everybody through this.
Alright, apple!
And rolls to the hall.
Okay, let's go.
I think we're okay.
I'm gonna go kind of fast though, because, you know.
Excellent, yep. I could show you the world.
I assume we're just kind of run into the wall, considering we're gonna be going at full speed, and I don't know how far it is.
But you go by and
Ow!
the wall doesn't collapse on you. You're good.
Why have I never used this jar like this before?
As you look into the room, you see gold. Silver. Pieces of gem all over the floor.
Okay, that already looks... Wait, dragon. Oh no.
Yeah, I did mention
It's the horde. It's the horde.
As you do peer in through the hole, your light does actually seem to dim down, so hold on. As you could tell... well actually no, I believe true vision pierces magical darkness, right?
Yeah.
I think it
So-
pierces literally everything.
I can see normal. I can see a normal and magical in darkness. I can see invisible creatures and objects. I automatically detect visual illusions and succeed on saving throws against them. And I can perceive the original form of shape changes or a creature that is transformed by magic. And I can see into the ethereal plane.
Hey, no, it's too dark in here. No, Desert!
You do it, you see a brief burst, but then it gets choked out again by the darkness.
Fuck.
After you do the dazzle, you can hear something shuffle on coin. Who goes there?
Not the dazzle. We are friendly. That's who we are.
Then you have no fear showing me your face.
Well, usually it's courtesy to show your face first before, you know, you ask your guests.
This is
You're
my-
kind of blinding us right now.
That is my pets. Enter and leave.
Well, telepath. We can have a short telepathic conversation about this.
Okay.
Well, the ghost did say that this was the shortcut, or the
I
way
want
down
that.
the actual shortcut.
Let's do it.
Alright, well, I mean, I can attempt to converse with it, but, you know, that can only end badly.
Well, considering it's walking around in here, everybody get off the carpet. I know I just said we're gonna sit on it for a while, but we're dealing with some kind of dragon, I presume.
Must be awfully dreary living in a crummy dungeon like this.
That would be belonging to the knights who stole my mother.
I think hearing our telepathic conversation.
Oh, sorry.
I was saying like that's why I mentioned that when I was talking so strategically.
I just heard Cordelia random chime in. I was like,
I mean, I was saying that aloud.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. And Cordelia, passing by, you do see stalagmites shuffling through the gold a little as you walk. You would see these.
Buddy system, everybody. It's a little dark in there.
Latch on to Chaldea's shoulder.
With the telepathy, I'll just be like, careful, there's creatures on the ceiling.
Oh, good. You know, just what I wanted. Magical darkness, traps everywhere, and better yet, demons on the roof.
You do see the eyes transfixing on you very heavily, Cordelia, and your little chain gang group going through. Watches from atop the pile of gold and old weapons, and clearly the older radiant shield that might have been here and perished. You do actually start to take note. There's a lot of drow weapons here. You even see symbols on the floor and the other gold that's kind of mixed in as spider symbols of loaf.
So I don't really want to be impolite, and I know we're entering into your home, but what are you exactly?
I am the remainder of my brood that still lives from the caves below. Before the Sybarex came to serve the false god.
I don't know exactly if you're in the mood for explaining things, but what exactly is a Sybarex? Never heard that word.
A demon of malice. Twists others and shapes their flesh with false gifts.
Is that the Emperyian?
Move a little bit more, just so everyone can continue their shuffling in.
I have 10 feet of blind sight, so I'm pretty good at navigating.
By the way, Keldir, as you get up to there, you do clearly feel and sense the movement of the creature that's 10 feet to yourself.
Oh God.
You feel the ripple of undulating tentacles and the shuffle of a fleshy pyramid spike with a strange flap that manipulates through the gold.
That's weird. Are you talking about the thing that's a really big stone statue now?
That was what had dominion over it. Its servant is still near. After it was buried, it decided to return to its master's side for amusement. It sends food to try and persuade me to join it. I laugh and just feast on what's left.
Sounds
Might
delicious.
How do you exactly feel about the it and its master? Are you like friends with it? Hate it?
It disgusts me. It belongs back in Pandemonium where it festered from.
Okay. Well, you're actually in luck. That's what we're here to do. We're here to send it to Pandemonium's a pretty good word for that. Yeah, it'll definitely be in Pandemonium when we're done.
I would just like to ask, we heard from the dead on the way here that you had some part in that. There seems to be a lot of ghosts, and some of them did seem to imply you were the reason they were dead.
The dead would blame the young. My brother, who was the brood lord over this hall long before me, and very likely the one who ate the remains of your brethren.
My, just turn and look at the others and went, oh, right. They actually openly display their stupid insignias.
Yeah, I didn't take it off, son.
I mean, I don't usually display mine all that much because it's like, hey, you're like a cop. And I'm like, no, I want to convince you that I'm anything else but that.
I never display mine. I have a different order I'm loyal to.
Galdir is proud of his achievements.
My brother who watched over the brood after our mother was slaughtered by your order. Black dragon who rules over the swamps now. Though we were blamed for it.
Wait, your brother's the dragon that's out in the swamps?
Yes.
Wow.
Right, one more question. Would either he or you be responsible for the fact that their ghosts are still here?
He toiled with men's souls. I simply feast on their flesh.
Cool.
I prefer
Alright.
Drow, though, as he looks over towards Leroy and Veldrin.
I'm not a drow.
He each has a weird portrait.
That's-
He isn't a drow.
I forgot.
I'm a half elf.
Good thing I'm just, you know, a demon.
Still black and dark vision.
Y'all look the same to me.
That's racist.
I guess you can could choose to weigh potentially eating somebody versus us getting rid of the his master that you hate so much.
I mean, what's going to be worse? The stomach ache you get from eating the filthy drow, or the ache,
Trusting.
or the ache from, you know, that other thing that you want gone? Because I think that thing will last longer.
What do you plan to do after it's gone? Do you care for this cavern after?
No.
I mean, you can keep this place. It's yours. Have it. We don't want it. You know, you could, like, decorate it, make it look nice.
Yeah, the demon's master you speak of, he threatens our world in a rather real way. We have no choice but to deal with him finally.
You should fear the pets it keeps.
What sort of pets does it keep exactly?
Twisted, monstrous drow.
Sounds like Veldrin.
Kyron.
Hey!
What? Hey, come on, look, it's just a joke, come on. You thought it was funny, right? Right, Mr. Dragon? He laughed. He likes me.
I would enjoy to have those caverns back. Power over my brood home again.
I know we've you're in quite the good mood, so I'm actually like to ask why don't you go join your brother up on the surface?
I disdain the sun. And just probably like clenches her symbol.
And it's just like,
he's
you fucking
being
what
civil.
now?
He's being civil. I'm interested as to what's going on in
She
his life.
worships the sun god.
Yeah.
He's literally just like, fuck the sun. She's like,
And your brother likes the sun? Isn't he not the same type of creature as you?
We are of different mothers. different eggs.
Oh. Okay.
He watched over us when we were young. Made sure no more of your order brought any more harm to the young.
Well, we're not we're just interested in the giant stone statue. Then you can never come back. I can almost guarantee no other member of the order will come down.
I'm pretty sure they don't even remember it exists.
Yeah, what he said.
Have your statue, but beware his pact and its hordes.
We will keep that in mind. Where exactly are the stairs in here?
Where is anything? I can't see shit.
Cordelia, you can see him point to the other doorway across the hall. As you can tell that your eyes are pretty well trained on him the entire time. You do see that even with your true sight, you can see that his own body kind of like ripples as if it were shadow itself.
Well, you know what? I'm rather glad that turned out a lot simpler than it could have gone. Let's go.
Yeah, wait up, please.
You could, Cordelia, as you do walk, you could tell his eyes are like trained on Veldrin the entire time, like licking his chops.
He's just like, drow. In my head, I'm thinking of a Anakin line. I need him.
Like, stand to the side and just usher people through.
No magic in here, right?
And here,
I mean, I guess he lives around here. I don't really think he could leave traps functioning.
in this room, you see stacks and stacks of skeletons. All symbols and signs of drow.
Hmm.
You can tell they've probably been feeding this bad boy for a long time.
Are my lights not going to continue to work as we're going through here?
I'll fix your lights in a moment.
Because I mean, yeah, like if
you
my lights
prepared-
work, I'm going to be checking for traps.
You prepared for the fucking dazzle?
Gaza!
I like the fact that we just negotiated with the Shadow Dragon. We're just like, hey man, what's up?
Yeah, we're just passing through, dude.
Please don't fucking kill me!
Hands up! Hands up!
Man, we don't give a fuck that you live here. No one else does either. You do you, man. We just won't kill this other guy.
Yeah, with a giant bomb that'll probably wipe out most of the catacombs. But I mean, you know.
Hey,
Best to know.
you gotta leave out some detail.
Faralax taps Caldeer on the shoulder.
Yes.
It appears I'm late for dinner. As he looks at his pocket watch. It was good catching up with you. I enjoyed this adventure. I'm glad no one died thus far. And I beg you all good day.
I mean, we could always send Veldrin back to the dragon. If you want to see, if you want to change that.
It's alright. And let me just check two things.
You're gonna fucking teleport out.
I mean, I could have done that from the start.
You have teleport?
No, but I have got the
Dimension.
fucking dimension door.
That's
If
exactly
everything went to
what I'm
shit.
doing.
Everything went to shit, I'd just be like, okay, bye.
Boy.
Yes.
The stairs out weren't over there. They're this way, right?
I dimension door back to the
To the surface.
surface, and
Hi, Master Fairlax. Don't get in too much trouble.
and then go and eat dinner with his lovely wife.
Cordelia,
That he made also.
as you are leaving, you actually see the dragon get down from his perch and start walking down the steps. You can hear like the jingle of gold and weapons being pushed aside as he like approaches the hallway from behind all of you.
Do I see any traps in here? I'm gonna do a quick sweep. No magical, because I have magic detector thing, so let's do an investigation. How do I feel about this hallway? I feel real good.
You know what? Your intuition so far has been bad.
What are you talking about?
But you know what? I think you're right this time.
Of course I am.
Going to go to actual.
Alright. Catch you later, Mash.
Wait. What am I doing? Let's just all get back on the flying carpet.
We'll see you people.
Boy, I love you.
Most
Dad, come back soon.
you were dead.
Dad, please.
You know,
Our team. Hashtag team flying carpet.
Nah,
I know we do this a lot, but like, I mean,
it's
it's
the
the best way to
safest
avoid mechanical
option.
traps. So, if I see no magic, I'm floating across to this.
Without Cordelia.
Yeah. And Cordelia, while you're doing that, you do see that the dragon is almost like trailing behind a little bit, like watching you with curiosity.
I'm just keeping an eye on him.
Get this.
I assume everybody's just with me, so I'm gonna head towards the stairs.
Yeah. You kind of get the sense that his curiosity's been piqued because you've been able to see through his veil. As you pocket drop everyone here. But as you get to here, you can see the stairs that go spiraling down into the unrefined and open caverns and turn into jagged rocks. And their pathway down. And as you continue down, you see various bodies. You start to see a little bit more, and you actually start to see some Duragar bodies as well. It seems a odd mixture of people from the Underdark, and so far, in a bizarre enough fashion, the dragon that actually made residence here somehow inadvertently made a keen guardian and also benefactor of eating those who sought to come up through the bottom of this temple.
Down the stairs we go.
And we'll leave off there. So we'll have everyone, as you start to hear eerie sounds as things are skittering around in the shadows of the caverns, and over in the distance you actually see what looks like a eerie light, a very deep dark purple, small braziers of flames around, and it looks like the statue in the distance, as you can see in a large open cavern, creatures moving about in the shadows, but it is the very creature, it's the very statue that you've been looking for this whole time. But it seems he's gathered worshippers. I will leave off there. You approach from the dragon's dominion down into the Emperyian's chambers of imprisonment.
Sick.